And how is it going, everybody out there? Yeah, it's realizing that the tank for all the Merple Circle tapped throughout the week is full. So yeah, we're trying to get that processed here. So the fact we only have 25 trees, crazy. How's everybody doing out there today? Derek out there got the British Gamer. How is everybody doing? So we're on Sunday, just finishing where we left off, and we made $1,800 because we've got 9 barrels up to this point sold. What do you have a question about there, British Gamer? Yeah, so we're processing some Merple Circle out of the tank. We gotta put some more wood on there. Fire's dying. Might have to chop some more wood here. That stocked up. Alright, so as long as we get our fire into the green. There we go. Deal. When will you get the letter for the electricity? That's a good question. I'm not even to that point yet to get hooked up to the grid. I do know it's pretty expensive. I do know it's expensive. I think you've got to be a certain level to... I can't remember with who. I'm not going to remember now. You've got the junkyard. I'm trying to think of what all we have currently. But I do know even once you do get the letter, be able to hook up to electricity, it's pretty expensive. It's like 20 grand or something like that. But yeah, we're still rocking the generator, I guess, as far as for now. Keep everything powered up there. I mean, another log on there. That fire going. This is the only thing that really stinks about doing this part is you got to babysit the fire. Really looking forward to being able to get the electric heater, that's for sure. The pole in the caravan house, right? And I know exactly what you mean. It's because as far as to get the kind of step on over here for a little bit. It's a little bit cloudy today. Step on over to the house. So we did make some modifications to the car last week. Got a little bit better wheel setup there. So I think the pole that you're referring to, we'll check this out here for a second. We do have, I can't remember where the heck it was now. As far as being able to get up to the, or is that at the cottage? Maybe that's at the cottage and I'm thinking. I think the cottage you gotta have. Yeah, I think that's another thing we gotta accomplish there too. That's about another 5 grand or so, I guess, as far as to be able to get the cottage. A lot of little steps that you got to do, I guess, as far as to be able to get the There's some buggy parts out here I read about. Somewhere on the beach, there's some buggy parts. Remembered that. We only got the buggy like up to 2 out of 6. I just don't remember where all these buggy parts are. It's somewhere up the beach here somewhere. I don't know if it's by the house. We'll have to check that. We'll have to investigate that. What's the caravan? I guess that's what maybe I'm losing a little bit of what you mean. I'm not sure what the caravan is. Looks like these are still watered. Oh yeah, it must be because it's cloudy out. How are we doing here, Evan? On the house. This is the house here, right? This is what you consider the house, because there's also the cabin too, which we don't have yet. So there's. I don't even 100% know, to be honest, as far as how we hook up the power. I know once the biggest thing is getting the letter at the post office there. To be able to send that in, you fill it out, and then then you got to pay that whopping fee, I guess, as far as to get it hooked up there. Where's the pole at anyway? Good question. I never even thought about that. We did get the garage built by our brother Frank. Pretty cool. Yesterday, ruptured a blood vessel in your foot. What the hell are you doing that for, Evan? The heck? Yeah, caravan house. Yeah, I gotcha. And it's just probably semantics for me. As far as the pole that we hook up to, I don't even know where that's at. I think, does that populate, I guess, as far as after you get the letter? I'm not 100% sure. We're not that far into the game, I guess, as of yet. For that, but, oop, we gotta go check our fire. I think a fire might have went out. That's alright, we can relight it. We gotta get that, Merple Serple. We already got 3 barrels that we gotta sell today. I already got those in the truck. See, when you buy the college other place, you'll have 2 more upgrades. Yeah, I know you get access to more buggy parts and also another gas can. That'd be cool. I think our fire went out. Nope, it's still going. Got black smoke. We need to get some more wood on the fire though. Where are we at? Oh yeah, we gotta get some more fire in it. Got a couple scraps in there. Let's get some. Keep that fire going. Come on, baby, light my fire. You know how it goes. Excuse me. Yep, got it in the green. There we go. That's much better. Don't need any more. Taste it. How much we got in here? 116. Almost full. Halfway full, almost. Yeah, we do have 3 barrels that we need to sell. These are full. We've already sold 9, so once we sell these, that'll be 12. That'll be to the tune of $2,400 every Sunday. Yeah, so we've been able to accomplish that so far. I guess as far as only having 25 trees hooked up. We planted some more so that we can tap some more in there. I do have a tap. Oop, that's cool. One of these trees does have a tap in it with. I couldn't reach to the a little too long, so we planted. Okay. Oh, this was. I forgot what the deal was. I think did we plant a tree here? I thought we did. Yeah, planted a tree in between these because this was too long to be able to tap it from there to there. Or maybe it was here planted. Yeah, right here. Yep. So we planted a little guy right there, so we could go from that tree to this tree, up to that tree, then over to this tree. I think, in theory, we should be able to tap. Let me get my tubing here. I don't remember if that was too far away from that tree or not. Oh, the other one's only 10 lit. Oh man, that's a small guy then. Turned black and blue last night. Must have strained my foot. Too much foot pressure. How do you do that? The hell? Man, I remember smashing my toe. My big toe, I guess, as far as on my left foot. When I was in the service. That was not cool. Not cool. Yeah, I almost had to have surgery on that. But I didn't know what that's got to be like. But that was smashing a half axle, I guess, as far as from a 5-ton half axle. Probably weighed, oh crap, probably weighed the better part of a couple 100 pounds. I mean, it's pretty heavy. Pretty damn heavy, and that freaking smarted. So yeah, now when that nail grows in on that big toe, whatever, kind of funky. Yeah, so the fact that it still burns even though it's out of the furnace there, it's kind of funny. We're in the green now, so we're good. So we're processing all that Merple Serpal out of the tank, filling that reservoir up. So, it's already getting dark. Not getting tired though. All right, I need my tubing. Yep. So we had a full tank there. So the fact that we're processing all that out of the tank. Oh, 10 liters less. Gotcha. So it's not as big as the one we currently have. Got it. But it'd be nice to have, I guess, as far as an extra gas can. Yeah, we'll have to. That's something we still need to work on. So I need a tubing. We got one left on here. Let's see. I don't remember. I gotta refresh my memory. I think it was too far to go from this tree. I think it was too far to go from here. Here. Yep. It was too far from here to here too. So I need to plant another tree right in between these two as well. I thought I already did, but I guess I didn't. We'll have to get our pruners, get ourselves a thing here. That way we can try to keep majority of the trees over in this area. Seems to be working out pretty well so far. I'm gonna tap all these trees eventually. Oop, looks like our fires are burning out. Won't turn white. Last of the parts is at the scrapyard for the buggy. Yeah, I've got those already. I definitely got those for the buggy at the scrapyard. I don't know if it's so much it can't go through there, or if it's just too far. Yeah. Either way, I need to plant another tree, I think. Oh, another log on there. I'll have to cut some more trees. Need some more firewood. Alright, as long as we get up in the green. Alright, a little bit. Another log on there. That fire going. This is the only thing that stinks about this thing here, as far as you got to babysit that fire. Alright, one more log. Get it way up in the green. I want to process as much. Oh my goodness, come on now. You can't pick it up when it's on fire. Crazy. Won't let you pick it up. Just let it burn right there. Alright. Give me another one. I don't know if it's because it's not in the actual furnace that it doesn't get all the way green, but I want to make sure it stays. There we go. That's more better. Alright, so let's see. Let's get our pruners. My goodness. Get our pruners. And we want to prune a maple tree so we can plant one. Can we get one off of this one? Let's see. I don't know which ones I've clipped off from yet. There we go. That'll work. Those right there for a second. Grab this guy. And we're going to go plant him in between those two trees. Just to kind of be like a cutoff. Alright, so where's the one that we tapped right now? We already got one over there. Need one like right about here. Let's plant that. Right there. Cool. No, we don't have to go quite as far. So whether it is it's just going through the tree or whatever the deal is, we need to get more trees in here anyway. So that's 3 trees that we got planted in addition to what we already have. So not gonna hurt, I guess, to be able to plant another tree. Where's the generator for the cabin, or how do you connect the power? Oh, so if you need explanation, I guess, on how. Yeah, let me go over here. So I already got it filled up here. So the generator's right next to the cabin. So if you don't have power, obviously, I'll go and show you how this is. So the generator's right outside in the corner of caravan, I guess you want to call it, as far as the house. I got the gas can right next to it too, that you start off with. So this guy right here, little yellow box, this is your generator. This gives you power. So right now I got it full. You got to keep it full of gas. So you got a little meter on here. So what you got to do is turn this kill switch on so you can actually pull the cord and start it. So if that was the explanation, I guess you needed that to get power. Just got to keep in mind to keep it full of fuel, because that's about it. If the fuel goes out there, you got no power. So you need that obviously for such things as the garage, the house itself, all that kind of good stuff. So there's our garage. Painted the car. We put some new parts on there. Got a better steering wheel setup, like I was saying too. I guess as far as to be able to drive and race that guy a little bit better. Here for the cabin. Okay, so as far as the syrup goes, the main thing is as long as you got trees tapped, you need to have at least 10. I think if I remember right. We're going back a little bit. I think you need to have at least 10 trees, which I think is on the to-do list. Get at least 10 trees tapped, and in the fact that we're already past 17:30 hours, it's going to be poor conditions here. Yep, too cold outside, so it's not even really pumping anymore, which is fine. Let's get all what we have left in the tank here. Yep, so it's going to tell you the condition of the generator out here. All this does here, once you get that hooked up to power, is what the condition is. So right now it's not pumping any more maple syrup out of the trees. But we do have 25 hooked up, as it mentions. And the only reason why it says poor is I need more trees tapped. And we're getting to that point. But it still will pump it into the tank here regardless, as long as you've got power. So it'll tell you on this light here if it's got power. This little light will come on if you got power. Plus you'll have lights and all that good stuff, so yeah. You can find out the hard way. What do you mean by the hard way? There's plenty of hard ways, that's for sure. Okay, let's check our fire. Oh, our fire went out. You get that back going again. Let it go too long. No problem. We can go ahead and get this started back up. We're gonna cut some more firewood though. Yeah, that's gonna be it. We'll get about 4 logs in there. A little bit of paper. That in there. Light it up. I want to get that all in the tank if we can. Or is that full? Is our reservoir full? That might be another problem. That paper. Light the paper. There we go. Oh, crap. So I'm assuming you're a British gamer that you're just starting out. Correct me. Oh, my goodness. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we've got up to 9 barrels sold. It's going to be 12 here shortly. There we go. All I have to do is get power to the maple syrup. Yeah, just start that generator. Just start that generator up by the house. And once you do that, and you got your trees tapped, that'll tap maple syrup out of the trees. It'll go through all your lines into the pump right here, then it'll go into the tank. Now from the tank, obviously you got to get the fire going inside here to be able to get it into your tank here. And we're full on this, so I guess it doesn't really make any sense to get the fire going. So we'll let that go out. We're full in the reservoir tank, so whatever left out here, we'll have to leave that in there. It is definitely too cold at this point for it to be pumping anymore, just like it says. So, kind of pointless to have the generator going at this point, because other than to have lights, that's about it. As far as getting the sugar shack going, we're full on this. I need another tank is what I need. Maybe we'll get one of those in the morning for Monday. Once we sell our... We'll grab another tank here, because obviously once we sell these, we won't have any barrels, so we'll have to probably buy another one. That'll be alright. That'll work out too. We need to head back up to the house. We're gonna get tired. Pretty productive day. Okay, just let that fire go out. So that's something we're gonna have to look into, I guess, as far as cutting some more firewood. You got 36 hours in? That's a pretty good amount of time, actually. Yeah, there's all kinds of upgrades in the town for the car, things like that. What we're going to do is, what I like to do anyway, Just so I'm not wasting fuel when I sleep. Shut this guy off. It might be minuscule, I guess, as far as to do that, but I really don't need it, I guess, as far as while you're sleeping. So, come in here. We're going to have ourselves a little bit of a snack. Go to bed. So yeah, we're making our own poutine. We got our own poutine that we can fry in our basket. So let's go ahead and have one of those. And a little bit of maple syrup before we go to bed. Looking forward to Monday. And we're going to go probably pick up some more maple syrup. We're a little bit low, I think. Alright, a little bit of a midnight snack before we go to bed. Take a nap, shall we? Oh, yeah. Let's see if we got to take a... Sometimes we wake up a little too early. Looks like it's going to turn out just perfect. So just past 9 in the morning. We're partly cloudy today. Nice. Okay. Cute. Yeah, we gotta check on our plants too. We got potatoes and our cannabis. Gotta check that out. Yeah, for the syrup equipment, yeah. Like I said, in the town there, you can get all kinds of upgrades, I guess, as far as for the car, for the sugar shack. All kinds of goodies in the town, that's for sure. Alright, we are good to go for today. I'm going to turn the generator back on. Keep that maple syrup pumping out of the trees. Turn that back on. Yeehaw, there we go. So what we'll probably do is we'll take a gas can with us so we can top it off. We're going to leave that running. So probably on the to-do list, if we got time, I want to cut some more firewood. For now, we're pretty good to go. Because our reservoir is full, we got to pick up another barrel. We'll go and sell our barrels that we have, or 3. And I'm going to take this with me, I guess, as far as to go fill it back up. Let's see here. So many things we got to do. Put this in the truck. Okay, we do have some poutine and some maple syrup on the go. Wait. Alright. Start her up. Go to this here. Alright, let's see if the wheel setup works here. As I hoped. Oopsie. Gotta put it in gear though. Oh yeah, this is gonna be nice. My initial testing on this here. You just gotta. I'm gonna keep it in this view so I don't lose my barrels. If I lose my barrels, I'll know where they went. Hopefully. Uh-oh, that didn't work out too well. What gear am I in? We're gonna go the short way. We're gonna go say hello to. Oh god, that didn't work out too well. Hold on. What's reverse? We're in reverse. Reverse works. That's good. That's good. Oh baby, it's so hilly through here. I want them to change everything so the pickup can be upgraded. That would be nice. That would be really cool. So just like we can upgrade the car, that would be really neat as far as to be able to put some upgrades to the truck. That would be cool. That'd be super cool. I would not be opposed to that. Gear am I in anyway? Oh, I'm only in first gear. In first gear. Fourth gear right there. Okay, that's what I want. That's the gear I want to be in. So the fact that my shifter has 6 gears on it, gotta be 1 gear down. Okay, fair enough. Just getting used to the wheel setup. Oh, this is so much nicer not having to use keyboard. Keyboard and mouse. Be able to drive with an actual steering wheel. Yeah, I would definitely not be opposed, I guess, as far as them Santa Goat there, I guess, as far as supplying upgrades for the truck. The fact that the only upgrade I really did to it was to get the rust off it, take some dents out of it, and repaint it. That's about the only upgrades I've made to the truck. And then I painted the wheels. Just kind of make it a little bit prettier. Kind of nice. It was pretty cool. Kind of cool that you can do that. So we're going to be heading into town so we can sell these barrels, pick up another barrel. Might even pick up a couple barrels. If I pick up maybe a couple barrels, because we got enough in the reservoir to be able to fill 2 barrels. I might just do that. I'd actually spend a little bit of money to do that. Oh, I'm loving this wheel setup. This is nice. So nice. Come on, get out of my way. Out of my way. Gotta rattle his cage a little bit. Oh, you know what? I forgot to say hello to Frank. Oh, we'll do that on our way back. I passed right by the brothers, and without even saying good morning. I hate when I do that. He was up, too. He should have been up. Alright, let's go to the Federation. Tell her Merple Circle. Going around. This is definitely much nicer to have a steering wheel. Yeah. School should be in session. That bus should be going around town there, I guess, as far as for today. Should be, should be. Alright, let's sell our barrels. We'll buy a couple. Oh, God. Ooh, that was close. Alright, cool. Brake. Working brake. Cut her off. Let's unload herself here. Okay, cool. We'll stop over to the gas station, too, so we can fill up. Hop off on our gas can. Wheels on the bus go around. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Okay, there's 1 barrel. $100. It also removes the use of that barrel until yeah, so our barrels will show up over here. Good. Making $600 selling these barrels, and we're gonna buy a couple more. Now we're up to 12 barrels sold total. We've had 9 previously. On Sunday, we'll get $2,400. We get $200 per. That's gonna be super cool. Okay, let's go say hi to Eric. Right? Yep. We want to get. How are we doing, Eric? Let's go. What's up, bud? Yeah, so this is what we eventually want to get. Look at how much that is, though. Holy mackerel. So yeah, we got to save up some money. So we got this reverse osmosis deal. Be a little bit faster on that. So it's really a balancing act as far as, do you want to make upgrades to the car, be able to race it, make money that way, or to do this. So that's kind of the issue you got to deal with, I guess. As far as I've been kind of spreading it out between upgrading the car as well as, yeah, we're gonna get another one. Got enough money. Oh, you can only buy 1 a day. All right, I guess we're only buying 1 then. That's fine. At least we got 1. So that'll be up to 4 barrels we got purchased, 12 that we sold. Gave us $2,400 every Sunday, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's the constant battle, I guess, as far as with figuring out what you want to spend the money on. And I've got to say, I've been probably focusing more on buying parts for the car, as far as fixing the car up so we can race it. You know, because that's the cool thing to do. Alright, let's head over to the gas station. Oh, don't want to lose our barrel. Where am I in? How am I only in first? Yeah, there's third. There's fourth. Okay, cool. I thought that was a bus there for a second. Alrighty then. So I always like to just put it right in fourth, I guess, for the truck, unless I get stuck. Then I'll put it in a different gear. But for the most part, I only use fourth. And there's the bus. The bus is still not going around yet. We're gonna go drop by the gas station and say hello to Normand and Jacques. We're making really good friends with Jacques. We've already got access to the junkyard, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's stop in here. Might top off the... Oh, crap. Hop off the truck, too. Oh, it must be noon? Yep. It is noontime. Okay, that's first. Fourth. Is that fourth? That is fourth. Okay, cool. I think I got it figured out now. Alright, let's park this guy here. Parking brake on, shut that off. Oh my goodness. I have parked a little. Did I bang my door? I better not have. Ooh. Right. Good thing I didn't eat that extra donut. Let's see. Get our... Oh, that we need to keep in there. We need the gas can. That's what we need. Fill that guy up. Top this off. Gotta have enough fuel, I guess, as far as to that generator going. And it was pretty much full, I guess, when we left it. Alright. Let's do that. Take the cap off. Always forget to take the cap off first. Oh no. Take that off. Load it up with some premium. We don't use that peasant fuel, is it? Alright, top this guy off. Got quite a bit of money to work with here now, too. That's pretty cool. In a way. Huh? Oh, you know what? Let's see. How much fuel do I have in the truck? Might top the truck off here, too. We got quite a bit of fuel in there yet so far. Okay, cool. We're good on that. Wait, all right. Get back on this. Put it back on. Thank you, please. Thank you. There we go. Alright, put that back in the truck. Now, let's go see. I don't think we really need too much from in here other than to get some Merple Serpal. Stock up on some Merple Serpal. The fact that we can... What's up, Jacques? What are we doing there today? Good choice, indeed. Alright, we're going to stock this up in our fridge at home. Cool. Alright. How we doing there?
Hey, hein, fais-tu assez beau y'a qu'un peu aujourd'hui?
You don't say.
Yes, sir.
Really?
Merci d'être venu. Bonne journée.
You need some new dialogue there, Jacques. I'm telling you. How's the joints been doing for you? I'm kind of annoying. Well, you're not much better there, Norman. Just sitting there in the back, staring at Jacques' rear end. I mean, really? Call me annoying. I'm telling you, some people just rude. Okay. So I don't think we need anything here that I know of. We already got. We don't need any rust repair kits. Don't need any paint. I don't think. I might pick up some more red paint. Yeah. Now that I think of it, I think I do need some red paint to go over the car with. Oh crap! I already paid for that. Let's go put this in the truck. I don't want to put it on the counter for. All right, so we bought our Merple Serpal. We got to get that in the truck. Take our Merple Serpal. Want to forget about that. The fact that the Jacques and Norman will let us. Once you purchase your items, they'll let you get it out of there. Once you get it out of there, when they're closed, you know, they get a little upset with you, I guess, but we're on pretty good terms with them. I think at this point, friends-wise, friendship with Jacques, we're at 33. Nice. Frank, we only got more to get on him. We'll make sure we stop over at the brothers on our way home. Norman, we got a little bit of work to do. Mom, we're already good with. Cool. Okay, got our last two things in Merple Serpal. So, on Fridays and Sunday, we usually have, what's his name? I forget his name. That sells the parts that are under the tent. We did buy some stuff from him. We're doing pretty good with him so far. So that's good. Hopefully, British Gamer, I guess, figured out, I guess, as far as what's going on with this. 36 hours into it, that's pretty good. Some solid progress there. But it just comes down to getting power, I guess, as far as to your sugar shack. Power that generator up, yep. Okay. I think we're good to go. Start her up, we'll head on back to the house, shall we? Stay in this view. Actually, no, I better not. Got a barrel in the back. I don't want to lose my barrel. Can't strap it down or anything, so that's, that would be bad if we lose our barrel. I'm gonna keep it in this view. Yeah, I think we cleaned up the truck pretty good, I think. Got a nice paint job on it. Took all the dents and the rust out of it. Oh, God, stay in there. fact, we were just mentioning about the letter. Essentially hook up power. I don't think I've got that option yet, but we're going to check this out here for a second. Check out at the post office. What do we got here? Box 69. Ooh, we got something in here. What did we get? What did we get? Oh, it's just the performance parts. We already got that. Alright, cool. We'll hold on to that. We already got a flyer once before. I don't know why we're getting another one, but okay. Let's have a sale and stuff. I don't know if the other one had different prices on it. I'm not sure. Alright, cool. Let's come back to the house, though. Gotta put this bad boy in reverse. Where's my reverse? There it is. Back and forth. Oh, that gear's a little bit tricky there. Okay, that's neutral. That's fourth? Alright, this is fourth. Alright, cool. May the fourth be with you. For anybody that does celebrate it. It is officially May the 4th here. This has got such a mean motor in it. Mean, I tell ya. Nice and throaty exhaust on it. But just like the British gamer I pointed out there, yeah, I think it would be really cool if you could make upgrades to the truck, I guess, as far as to engine and all that stuff. You don't really race the truck, but it would just be kind of cool. Put some beefier tires on it, you know, that kind of stuff. Easy there, barrel. Easy barrel. Easy barrel. Stay in there. Alright, we're gonna stop by the gonna stop by Frank's house. Stop by the brother, see how he's doing. She's doing alright. Just gonna keep the truck parked out in the road. Good brakes. Go say hi to the brother. We'll close the door, just make sure none of the stuff falls out. It has happened before. Kind of scoots its way out there. Let's see how Frank's doing. How you doing, bro? Yeah, you're always working on that second floor garage. When are you gonna get done with that? I mean, seriously. At least he's not yelling at us for not giving him any firewood. That's always good. That's always good. Eh. Off we go. So we got another barrel anyway. So I guess I wasn't understanding this. You can only buy one barrel at the Federation per day. So the fact that we're up to 4 barrels total, 12 barrels sold, $2,400 every Sunday. That's pretty great. And not only do you make the money when you initially sell them, you make that little bit of money gets as far as every Sunday based on that barrel. We're gonna go this way. Still got the generator running. We're gonna have to cut some firewood today, I think. I gotta water my plants too. Water my plants. We'll put our barrel under there. We'll get that thing filled up. Oh my goodness. Need to do something about this bumpy road. It's so treacherous getting over to the sugar shack. Oh, I left my pruners underground there too. At least they're not too far away. Alright, turn that off, turn the truck off. Okay. Did fill the fuel tank, cool. I will send that back up at the get our barrel out and get that full first. Set that down. This way. Oh, for crying out loud, stand up straight. Quit slouching. Alright, let's go put this guy and we'll fill it up. Should be pumping, oh yeah, look at it, we're almost all full again. Pumping that while we've been gone. Cool. Fill this guy up. Doo-doo. Yep. Fill it up. Alright, we're going to have to cut some more firewood, that's for sure. That's going to be one of our tasks we're going to do today. Now that we've got our stuff sold, let me take this gas can. Yeah, we'll come back for the letter and that. Take a little bit of a stroll. Nice day out. Partly cloudy skies. So I got the red paint and that letter. I wonder if there's a difference in price from one flyer to the next. I have to take a look at that. 'Cause I know I've already gotten a flyer from... what is that dude's name? Grief, the one that sells the parts that's under the tent. Oh, I'm going to put this right here. Right next to the generator. Okay. Leave that right now. Yeah, let's go get our other stuff. We got red paint. That letter. That's a nice day for a stroll. Beautiful day for a stroll. Do. Yeah, so we'll get our tank full again, I guess. We'll process all that maple syrup out of the tank. Definitely need to cut some more firewood, though. Alright, I wish... This is something that I've also wished that was a thing here, that you could carry more than one item. That would be super nice. That would be super nice. Alright, we'll leave that letter in there. If nothing else, I wonder if you can use that with the guy at the tent. Maybe it's got coupons. Is that the deal? I don't know. Maybe that's. I don't know if that's a thing. Check that out. I did have some groceries too. I forgot about that. Should probably take the truck back up here so we can put the maple syrup up in the fridge here. That might be nice. All right, let me double check on this here. I got. Yep, that one's empty. That one's empty. That's what I thought. I think we do have to make some touch-ups on our car here. Let's turn the lights off. Or is it fully painted? I don't remember. Nope, I think we're good to go. We got red paint anyway. Back of it. So I think once we get a spoiler for the back end there, we might need to use that paint for that. So it's not like it won't come in handy at some point. Okay. I'm going to bring the truck up here. I should have done that in the first place, I guess. Should have probably done that in the first place, I guess, as far as to put all the stuff away instead of making it. But it is a nice day out. Not bad out. It's a little partly cloudy. We get to check out the grounds here, see how we're doing. But yeah, we're filling up the tank here with some maple syrup. Well, 3/4 full. Yeah, let's take the truck back up there so we got some maple syrup to put away. Alright. Start her up. We don't have a barrel in there this time, so we're going to stay in this. Make the turn? I think we can. Yeah, that'll work. Yeehaw, let's go some Baja. One Baja. Yeehaw. Don't want to get stuck, though. Definitely get stuck. We get plenty stuck here as far as with getting too carried away. Okay, park here in front of the house. Set her off. And we'll put our groceries away. I definitely probably should have did it this way in the first place. I guess I was just worried about the barrel. Yeah, I was more or less worried about the barrel, getting that taken care of first. That one full. Okay. And I can double check that letter, I guess. Oh my goodness, get on the chair. I'm telling you. Why you always gotta land on the ground? Got a perfectly nice chair there. Oh, fine, be that way. We're gonna leave one maple syrup and a poutine in here. That'll work. Cool. Let's away. In fact, I think I'm gonna have one of these maple circles right away. Yeah, that was delicious. Alright, so we do have another letter here. I'm gonna cross-reference letters here. We got this one here. What is this one? So, okay, that one was for the your shack components. That's what I'm thinking of. So, I wonder if this is one I lost. That right there. I had another one, I guess, as far as for you water my plants too. I don't know where that one went. I had another letter. Maybe that's the same letter, and they put it in my back of my mailbox. I don't remember now. Yeah, so it's interesting to know, I guess, as far as the different names for the house. Like as far as caravan. I'm really curious, I guess, as far as how do we get the power hooked up, I guess, as far as the letter and that. Alright, so we're stocked up on Ripple Circle. That's good. That's good. Okay. We don't need any poutine. We're good. Whatever. Keeps it cooler in there for some reason. Door shut. Also to keep the flies out. Okay. We're gonna take the truck back over to the shack. Care of there. Alright, let's go this way. Hit the shed there. Yeehaw. Now you can't really see where the pathway is here, but it's in this general spot here. I think. Nope, totally missed it. Oh, that's not cool. Yep, this is what happens. Totally missed the drive. There it is, right next to it. Though I kind of guesstimated there. Alright, now we gotta crank herself out here. Oh, that stinks. Need to crank herself out. Yep, this happens a lot. Fortunately. Let's see, where's our crank? Got this guy. Wow, we got ourselves in there good, man. We totally missed the driveway. Holy mackerel. Alright. See how you are. Let's set it up right here. And we'll hook it to the truck. This is always fun. Kept the parking brake off of it, so it should come out of there. Hopefully. Come on. Come on, Betsy. We haven't gotten, we haven't had to crank the vehicle out, I guess, there's quite a while, so I think we're long overdue. Sometimes you gotta be careful, because when you putting some crank into it, and you let go of it, it likes to, like, springboard. Pretty crazy. Come on, Betsy. I'm the mama. I did. I still got the truck running too. Crank, 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 crank it up. Pump up the crank it. Pump up the crank it. I'm trying to make my own mix here. Is it working? Probably not. And it's fair. Alright, I think we're good there, hopefully. Let's, I don't want to do this. I want to go reverse. Drive over. Oh, it's not going to let me do that. Okay, I got you. That stinks. Alright, put the brake on. Not going to let me do that. Okay, I thought I had to give it a try, though. Where's my crank? Give me my crank. Let go of my crank. Alright. We got the parking brake on at least. Get up there. That back. Cool. Alright, now hopefully we don't fall back in the hole. Hopefully we don't fall back in the hole. Gotta put this thing in reverse. Light off on the... Put the brake on, parking brake off, and gun it. Nailed it. Alright, cool. Now, let's see if we can find this thing going on. That fourth gear. Come on now, where are you? Fourth gear. First. That's... How is that first? That shouldn't be first. I think my transmission in this thing is all... Fourth. Lost fourth gear, what the heck? Because I got the brake on? I want to slip down though. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, let's turn. I guess you can't shift any other gear than other than first, I guess, as far as when you got the brake applied. That's kind of strange. Just a little strange. Pointing back towards the house here. We're getting dark. Alright, so can you not shift? That is crazy. So you cannot shift in any gear that first gear. See a squatting thing. Turn my lights on. Headlights. Here we go. What gear am I in? So that's weird. So if you got the brake on, you can't shift into any other gear than first and reverse. That's okay. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, let's go send this back over to Sugar Shack. We'll go this way. I didn't get a chance to water my plants, so I have to do that. Follow the path. Let's see if our tank got full. Purple circle. Alrighty then. Back at the shack. Bed lights. We don't need those. Regular lights. Go. Okay. Let's see how we did. Now I wanted to get some firewood chopped, but holy crap. Things happen, I guess, as far as that were out of our control. How did our tank do? Hey, we're almost full, so we're definitely too cold at this point. Yep, so 25 trees. Cool. Definitely too cold to be pumping the purple circle. This barrel's full. Off to the side. We'll have to probably go and get ourselves another barrel. I don't really want to chop any wood at night. Kind of a pain in the butt to do it at night. Anything at night, really. So... let's see, what can we do here? I want to leave the truck here. Kind of pointless to be having the generator running other than just to have lights that goes in. We'll head back over to the house though. So dark out. Pretty sky though. Ooh, that's a tree. Okay. So turn the lights back on in here. Cool. I don't think there's really anything that we can do yet. Need to find the rest of these Easter eggs. There's supposed to be 6 of them. The rest of them are. I'm gonna water my plants. Trying to do some things to get myself tired so I can go to bed. Close the door. Thank you. Alright, let's fill this up here. No, we're still quarters of the way full. Let's go water our plants. Get these things growing. Got potatoes and cannabis over here. Where are these things at? These are at... oh, these are ready to... oh, yeah, baby. We gotta get our... gotta get the harvest basket. They're all at 100%? I think so. That one was, anyway. Alright, we're gonna get our harvest basket for that. Let's water our potatoes, though. It's a little dry. Just a tad dry. Go. Oh, we can make our own poutine. One of the ingredients, anyway. Alright, let's get a harvest basket. put our cannabis in this one. So with what we have here, plants here, we're probably not gonna have enough for one basket. That's fine. I have to get another basket. We got some seeds. We got one seed. Give us 2. 3. Nice. And us more cannabis seeds. I'm talking about. Plant those little guys. And now we're getting tired. Cool. We're gonna plant that down. Oh crap. Down nice. Nice, I say. Go. Alright, let's plant our seeds. 9 plants. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to plant 2 more holes. Leave them seeds right there. I'm getting tired, so let me go get some sleep. We'll finish this up in the morning. We'll have a little bit of snack before we go to bed, as we always do. That off. Actually, let's turn our generator off. I don't like to leave that running while we're sleeping. Waste of fuel. Okay. Ready? Have a little bit of a snack. Snack. I know, buddy. I'm getting there. Alright, have a little bit of purple circle. And a little bit of poutine. More poutine in the freezer. Alright, a little bit of a snack. Put these guys in here before we don't pass out. Let's put a couple in anyway. Yeah. Cool. Alright, let's take a nappy nap. Night. So we get some good sleep. We've been sleeping pretty decent so far. We've been sleeping until about 9 in the morning. Oh, slept a little bit longer at that time. Not bad. Now we're on a Tuesday. Glad they pay you back on a Tuesday. Come on. Close the door, dang it. Anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna put the rest of my poutine in the freezer. Yep, let's put the rest of our poutine. It's our homemade poutine. Courtesy of our potato plants. And a little bit of cheese curd. Fryer. Okay, we'll close that up. Alright, so I guess we didn't need another harvest basket for cannabis. We did pretty good there. I need the shovel though. Let's turn on the generator. That guy going. Alright. Shovel so we can plant a couple more holes to plant a couple more cannabis plants. Need a couple more. Say I did a hole over here just for testing. I wasn't sure where I wanted to put these. Plant a hole there. There. Cool. Down. Where's my seeds? 2 more left. Yep. Perfect. There. Plant. I'm just gotta make sure we get them watered. Get them watered, they'll grow. Nice, nice healthy cannabis. Watering jug. Let's top this off here. Get a nice healthy drink. Alright, let's water these. So we can probably roll ourselves up some more more joints here. Cool. Alright. All watered up. This away. Pardon me. Oh, no. Alright, let's go take these inside and we'll go mix this up some packages of roll some up here. How about that? Man. Need to get some firewood. God, that is for show. Probably what we're gonna do next year. Sit down. I think we're close enough here. Yep, there's one pack. How much we got left? 34%? Yeah, we're gonna roll another one. Look at that. We need 10% to build one up. Hell, that's what I'm talking about. You can do one more. Yep, and we're down to 4%. Sweet. So we're putting those cannabis plants to some work here. So we can keep some for ourselves, but I think for the most part we're just gonna sell these guys. So between Jacques, I forget all who we get to sell them to, but good stuff. Yeah, I really wish we could carry more than one. Say that. Said it before. Again. We're gonna take one of these with us. You can only carry one. Yeah, it would be kind of neat if you could have like an inventory on your person. That would be nice, super nice. Okay. Need to shut the light off on the garage. We don't need that on. Cool. Nothing else. We'll put these in the truck. Actually, I could probably put one of them in the car and one of them in the truck. Got how many packs did we make? We made 3, right? 3 or 4 of them. In fact, we got that many cannabis plants to make this many packages here. That's pretty cool. Like it. So we can keep them for ourselves. Like I said, we got 9 left on our person, so we're gonna be 2. Yes. We're gonna cut some firewood. Right. Cool. So we'll have something to sell to Jacques if nothing else. He gives us. I know the last time we got about 65 bucks for that. Pretty cool. So we got enough in here for another barrel, which we'll probably go get another barrel. Sell this one too. That'll be 13 barrels. That's something we can do. I might cut some firewood though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut some firewood. So we're getting the tank's getting full. Let's get the chainsaw. We're only on Tuesday, so I think we'll be all right. What do we got here? So what I've been getting in the habit of doing is when I cut a tree down, regardless of what kind it is, I plant another one. Let's see. So before I do this, that guy down. Okay, we should be able to cut this up into logs. Cool. This guy down. Timber. I love the sound effects, huh? Okay, that's a couple trees. So we need to plant at least 2 birch trees. We don't want to cut our maples. Maples making us money. We don't want to do that. That's a little bit of firewood at least. Anyway, let's put this away. Where's my pruners at? I need to prune 2 birch trees and plant a birch tree. And I could probably put them over here. I don't really need to put them necessarily back where I cut them. You can plant them wherever you want. Kinda nice. Okay, let's see if we can get some clippings off of this guy. Nope, no cuttings off of that one. Nope, that's cool. Alright, so let's plant another birch tree since we did cut one down. Let's just put it right here. That'll work. One more birch tree. Another birch tree. Got some clippings on it. That'll work. Wait. Down. Plant that guy. Right down. Cool. So yeah, that's the habit we've been getting ourselves into as far as when we cut trees down, plant another one. Well, you know, because it takes a while for those trees to grow back in. So, hence the reason. Put guys up here in the sugar shack, and we'll get that wood that we just. Oh, that's wild. That's an interesting Wait for that to rest. Okay, cool. That'll work. Let's grab our logs. Not too far away, so I don't think this tree's growing in pretty good. Boys. Where's my birches that I cut though? Right over here. There's one there, and the other one. Oh, they're both. I was gonna say, I thought they were both close together. Right. We don't have any cows in here though. We got maple syrup though. I'm gonna put all this next to the log splitter. Yeah, so we're not too far away. That's nice. Kind of conveniently cut that one so that we don't have too far to go. At some point there, I want to get the trailer. That'll help tremendously, I guess, as far as handling, doing these types of tasks. I believe, if I remember right, the trailer cost about $2,500 bucks. So I don't want to completely drain the bank account. So once we get a little bit more money, yeah, you gotta love the maple syrup. Maple syrup's good. Yeah, we're in good shape here, I guess, as far as be able to spend a little bit of time cutting some logs here into some firewood, so we can process our maple syrup. Like our tank is almost full. Yep. What is the condition of the pump? Pumping, right? Oh yeah, baby. Pump that maple syrup out of there. That's right. Logs. Whistle while you work. Ooh, can't whistle today. Bummer. I don't have the whistle today. But that. Alrighty. That's one tree. And a few logs off of that one. It's that one little birch tree. And we got another one out here though. Cool. So what I'm trying to do, I guess, is get this cleared out enough. We're gonna have this full of maple syrup trees. You know, and I might even go ahead and cut like these down once we get enough in this area. Cut those down just to kind of clean that up there, and have a majority of our trees all in this area. They're all kind of consolidated in that fashion. Right now, I've just been planting trees, I guess, as far as all helter skelter, and as well as maintaining the trees that we started off with here. We've got a spider web of tap lines all over the place. All over the place. So, the approach I would like to take with it is not even to have to use like those tap posts. That would be nice. Now, from what I understand, there's no way to, once you buy like something like the tap post, there's no way to sell it, as far as I know. They'll have those used regardless. Yeah, we got quite a bit of firewood here. It's out of these two birch trees. Let's look at all this room now that we can plant some more maple trees. Might have to do that. We'll get some clippings, plant some more maple trees, get them growing in. I think I might do that. We'll get to grab the pruners. Uh-oh. I hate when I lose my way. Find your way back. Oh, that wasn't the last log, was it? No, I think so. Hiding in the bushes over here. I'm getting lost pretty easily out here. Not hard. One more log. Okay, cool. Alright, that's all of that. So that's from that tree. So, what I'm going to do next, we're going to see what we can get some maple syrup, or some maple tree clippings. Grab our pruners, and I think go around here and see where we can get some clippings at. Don't have any? Nope. We should. Cool. Set those down there. We're gonna plant this guy here. So, about the general area where I Cut down those birch trees. We're gonna put some. Got a couple more. I don't want to put them together. I guess let's put it right here. Right down. That'll work. So it's not quite in the way, I guess, of that one, but it's close enough, I guess, as far as to the other one. Got a couple more trees we could probably cut down here as far as birches. All right, let's get more maple tree clipping. Yeah. You finally set up the stream deck for trucking. Oh, so you got some buttons for the okay, so we already got one off of there. Clipping off of that. Oh goodness, put it in the hole. Yeah, the fact that those got blue handles on it kind of helps being able to find it again. Try not to do this type of stuff at night though. Makes it super rough. Alright, so last one we planned was right there. Let's put this guy right about there. Cool. We're just gonna fill this in with a bunch of maple trees. Yeah, so these birch trees, I'll probably cut those down. Get those moved out of here. Alright, what did I do with my did a few loads last night. You haven't played in a few weeks, noise. See, I already lost my pruners. Yeah, we did a little bit of Taco Trucking Tuesday yesterday. That was fun. We did try to get a convoy going. It kind of worked out though. Okay, get flipping off of that. Give us some more maples. So it does take them a little bit of while to grow. I forget what the time frame is for these to, how long it takes for these to grow in, but we'll put this guy right about there. And it might have been a little bit closer than I wanted to, but that's okay. I'll make that work. Field beans. Alright, let's do maybe one more. We gotta start splitting some logs here. Try this guy. Oh. What? I'm gonna say, what the? Could have been able to clip that. Cool. Alright. Grab this. Grab the clipping. There you go. Let's flip it up here. Yeah, so we'll cut those other two birch trees down. We'll go put them on the side. Let's put this maple tree right there. Cool. Cool. Filling this bad boy in really nice. That'll take them a while to grow in, but once they do, more trees to tap into. Alright, what did I do with my printers right? Oop. Alright, let's go put this back in the sugar shack. Tomorrow I might buy some of the DLCs. Like, which ones? I wouldn't mind probably trying out the special transport. Those look pretty interesting. Looks pretty interesting. But as far as DLCs, you talking like the state DLCs? We still don't have Texas yet. Kind of bumming me out. I think they might be waiting till after the 1.44 official update. There is the beta that you can opt into. I haven't opted into that, but you wanted to play it was working? Yeah, that daggone adulting always gets in the way, doesn't it? Hate when that happens. Alright, let's alright, before I cut those trees down, let's actually get some clippings off of those. Let's do that. Or do we have a means? We probably got some clippings that we can get from birch trees out there. Yeah, I don't worry about it. Go ahead and cut them down. I want to get them out of there. Let's just get them out of there. So is our tank full? Oh, our tank is full. Look at that. We might need to hold on. Get in there. Thank you. Let's process some purple syrup. Get a fire going. We're gonna be cutting some more firewood, so we get the tank. Tank is full. Okay, yeah. This. Stuff about 4 of those in there. Why we need to cut some more firewood. Get in there. Get in there. I said get in there. Hey, don't get. Don't get naughty with me, you crap. You alright. Alright, light her up. Low? Okay. Light the fire. Oof. Alright. Fire's lighted. Oh crap. Oh, so our map torch is almost empty too, so I guess this does deplete after a period of time. Oh, come on now. 38% on that one there, so we'll have to keep that in mind. I didn't realize that actually does deplete. Come on, man. The heck? Okay, on the shelf. That is not. My goodness. Doesn't get stuck again. Stay. Yeah, so the effective we're at 38%. So yeah, I've had this same torture almost since the beginning. Since the beginning. Crazy. Alright, so we're just gonna make sure we keep this in the green. Actually, we could use another log. Two. Cutting some firewood, so that's gonna be good. Yep. Keep going there for a little while. Look at that. Peg the needle out. That's what we want. Alright, let's go ahead and down those other trees. So we'll keep an eye on that stack there. It needs to stay black. We want to see this going down here. Now we only have room to fill the reservoir up halfway there, so we need to get another barrel is what we need to do. We'll process what we can. That might be enough to get the reservoir full, as far as what fire we got going there, so that would be nice. Alright, cut this guy down. Timber! You know what? I never did try this. Can you... What do with this one? I don't know if you can drag the tree after it's cut. I don't remember if you can or not. Let's set that down. Can you? Nope, you cannot. Heavy. Alright, I didn't think you could. I just wasn't. That's why we need a trailer. Eventually we'll get that, but for right now, no. Alright, so we're good with that. Let's put okay. Got a couple more trees. We need to plant a couple more trees. Put that away. Let's get our pruners. Check our fire here. Got it. Yeah, we're good to go there for a bit. Get our pruners. And need to get 2 more birch trees planted. Place the ones we cut down. The way this works. Alright, so can we get one off here? So I think we already did this. Nope. What about this one? That'll work. 1 birch tree. By the way. Plant this birch tree right here. Cool. And I want to do 1 more. Awesome. That there, and plant this guy there. Cool. So that's 2 birch trees that we cut down. We got replaced. Granted, it'll take them a time, I guess, to grow, like I say, but let's put our pruners back. Yeah, we're definitely running out of firewood. Put the log on there. Yep, so we're filling that guy up. That's good. That fire going though. Let's put another log in there. That all the way up in the green. There we go. Perfect. Marvelous. Alright. Now, let's split some logs. Planted the trees, so I got those other 2 trees cut down. Those aren't going to go nowhere. Let's split some firewood. Put some dogs. We need to turn this guy on first. Oop. Yeah, definitely on our last leg of firewood there, so we gotta get this firewood going in there. Definitely go through quite a bit of firewood. This log splitter is a processing machine. What I do is feed it with some logs and it gives you firewood. Kinda like it. Yeah, the fact that you can't use the logs directly, I guess, as far as to get the fire going, you gotta have the firewood. That's fair. So, as it stands right now, we are up to... Well, we will be, I guess, as far as with that barrel that we got full, it'll be 13 barrels. Get that sold and get another barrel. We'll have 5 to rotate out with. Macro case. So there's all that wood. Sweet. Turn this off. Okay, now we can put this firewood away. How's our fire doing? Burn on me. Burn on me. Here, fresh wood. Another. Got one more piece of. Cube. Alright, let's set this up in the corner. I don't know how I got that way I did before. It kind of wedged itself in the corner. That was pretty neat. Alright, so we got that one barrel. We'll probably sell that one barrel and pick up another barrel for Wednesday. Yeah, so that'll give us 13 barrels sold. And so 13 times 2, $2,600 every Sunday? Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You know what? I'm gonna get myself a... I'm gonna taste this Merple Circle. Yummy. Alright, where's it at? On the green. As long as we're in the green there, because as far as with the fire, bringing it in. Oh, door keeps getting in my way. Trying to keep this stack somewhat nice anyway. Kind of just threw it all in there last time. What the? Oh, there you go. So I was, at first there, I was putting it just outside. Thought that was a little bit closer to go right here like this. Here. I guess, I don't know. You can't really call them logs anymore because they're split. Split log. They call it firewood. Firewood in it. Once you split it, obviously it becomes firewood. No longer a log. Start. Beauty. Good on our maple syrup intake. That's good. And nice. I'm gonna use the what daylight we have left here, because as far as much of our advantage as possible. Fire. Yeah, put another log in there. Another firewood. All firewood. Going. I don't know if it makes a difference if we keep the door shut or not on that deal. Then shut it though. I don't think it does. In fact, that's still in the green. Ooh. Take a little bit of breather. A lot of work here today. Yeah, so I think for tomorrow, one of our goals is going to be, now that we got some firewood cut, still got those other birch trees that we cut down over there. That's not going to go anywhere, but how's our tank doing? So we got it down to half. That's cool. I think our reservoir might have filled up. Oh, almost. So we could probably just let this fire go ahead and burn out. I think that'll get our reservoir filled up at least anyway. That's all I was trying to do. This up to 240. So yeah, I think we're just going to let that fire go ahead and burn out. Good. Won't put any more firewood into it. I think that's going to fill up our... Yep, that's definitely going to fill it up. Very good, very nice. So You can only pick up a barrel a day, I guess, as far as at the Federation. We're definitely at least get ourselves one more barrel. That'll be 5 barrels to rotate out and 13 barrels sold. So, add 9. Sold to 3. This makes 12. Man, we sold this. Oh, yeah, that group of 3 barrels that we sold just yesterday made a big difference. Big difference. Huge difference. Oh my goodness. Look in the door. There we go. Alright, what do we got here? I know we got some on this side. Where's my flashlight? We got all kinds of wood on this side of the splitter. Got most of it on the one side. We get it on the other side. Kind of a dark spot, I guess, as far as over here. Not enough ambient light coming off the sugar shack. And we really don't really have any option to put down additional lights. We just gotta work with what we have here. Oh, crap. That's a wall. Oh, I'm getting kind of messy here. Yep, we're gonna let that fire burn out. Reservoir's full. Cool. Let that burn out. So we're 38% left on our mat gas canister. I didn't even really take into consideration that that thing actually does deplete. We've had this mat gas canister since we started. The fact that you get some mileage out of that mat gas. That's for sure. Yeah, so we're just building ourselves up to get tired, and we're trying to stay constructive in the process here. Definitely working up a rest. Energy meter is building up. We'll have our midnight snack and whatever before we take some nappies. So we'll have a barrel to sell and another barrel to pick up for tomorrow. Holy crap. Making such a mess. In the pile. I turned the flashlight off, but then I just have to keep turning it back on and off. Darko here. Telling you. Yeah, so getting sleepy here in a second. So once we do get into the red, we'll make our way up to the house. Once we start yawning, this is a good indication. Oh, we get so busy though. Fire went out, cool. So we're down to about a half a tank. Yep. Not too bad at all. Oh no. Might be able to get all this firewood in here before we get too tired. Do it. Oh my goodness. Man, the way those logs just kind of wonk out. Crazy. They're so bouncy. But we need them. So we're not going to complain too much. Gonna keep it somewhat neat. I say somewhat very loosely. Is that one stuck? There we go. Now we're getting tired. All right, we're gonna head up to the house here. Second, we got a little bit of time. Already starting to yawn. Come on, one more piece. Here we go. I think we got all our firewood in at least anyway. Good, good, good. All right, shut the door. On up to the house. Oh goodness. Hand cramp. Yeah, doing all that work, I guess, as far as with keyboard and mouse is super rough. Yeah, we should be able to make it back to the house before we pass out. done this enough times. Kind of know how much time we do have. I think we should be alright. So, you have task at hand for Thursday, I guess now. Officially. No, it will be Wednesday. So once we go to bed here, we want to shut this off. Don't need that on while we're sleeping. I know it's dark. I've got really good vision at night, so. We're gonna have a little bit of snack before we go to bed. Have a little bit of maple syrup. And a little bit of poutine. Hello? Alright, a little bit of a snack before we go to bed. Alright, let's go to bed. Night night. Alright, so we should probably sleep till about 11. Yep, almost. Shit, almost noon. Okay. Yeah, based on what time we went to bed. Okay. Deal. Alrighty, we're all raring to go. Oh crap! One fell out of the freezer here when I was raiding the fridge last night. Yeah, one of them fell out here. That bag in there. Oop. Alrighty then. So, what we want to do now? What's number one on our do list? So the tank's already full. I'm gonna leave the generator off. But we do need to top this off there. So let's do that. Take the can with us into the town. More fuel. We'll top this guy off there. I'm not going to run it because our tank is already full. We might have to look into maybe getting another tank at this point. The one tank might not be sufficient enough. That could be something too. You can buy additional tanks, as well as barrels. So, yeah, we might have to look into maybe getting ourselves another reservoir tank. We're kind of filling it up pretty good with the trees that we have currently. So, if when we get more trees tapped, obviously that's going to create room, I guess, as far as for the need for another tank. I might look into getting another barrel and another tank. And I don't remember how much they cost. I'll have to look into that. I don't think they're too incredibly expensive, but definitely want to make sure we don't run the bank account dry. Alright, so we're going to grab this barrel, sell it, get another barrel, and possibly another reservoir tank. Yes. Alright. That in there. That up. Okay then. I guess we're not full on that, but I don't want to run the generator, I guess, while we're gone. Or should we? Nah, I'll leave it off. Well, we'll leave it off for now. We did top off the fuel on it at least anyway. When we get back, we'll definitely get that generator running. So here, go to this view so that keep an eye on our barrel. Don't want it to bounce out, hopefully. Bumpy road. This will be a 13th barrel that we're going to be selling to the Federation. To the tune of $2,600 every Sunday. Nice chunk of change there. Wow, that's so bumpy. Okay. Off we go. Yeehaw. Yeah, so at some point, you know, we will be looking to get a trailer, as well as maybe the dolly, because I want to get the once we got access to the junkyard, we got access also to the derby car, I guess, as far as the derby race car from Jacques. That was pretty cool. Gonna go say hi to the bro. I think we can sell this to the bro too? I can't remember. Let's see if we can. If we can, we'll go ahead and sell that to him. If not, we can always sell it to Jacques. Yep. Sure can. Sweet. So you can sell it to the bro. Awesome. Cool beans. Alright, so we still got some to sell there. We'll do that later. I'm not gonna go back to the house and go get that. It's good to know though. We can sell it to the bro Frank and also Jacques. I didn't even look to see how much he did give us for that. I think he did give us something though. Didn't pay attention to that, so I don't know if we do get some money from that. Just make sure you spray. You know the drill. Any kind of fart deserves a spray. So the fact that long drive, I know Evan, you play some of that long drive, you can burp and fart and all that stuff like that. We don't have that option in here, unfortunately. Oop. Dead man's curve. There you go. Make sure we spray. Okay, so we're on a Wednesday. Selling another barrel. Yeah, so you don't make a ton of money, I guess, as far as with selling the cannabis, but you make a good, good chunk of change. A little bit of change, jangle-langle. Alright, so we're going to take a look at getting another barrel to have 5 to rotate out. This is the 4th barrel that I bought. Currently, previously had 3. We want to have 5 to rotate out, and also this will make us 13 barrels sold. That's pretty doggone cool. Alright, parking brake off. Okay, let's sell our barrel. That'll be $200 right off the bat. Come here. Come to Papa. In you go. Yep, so our 3 barrels are already on here. Alright, we can take these back. Take our barrels back. Already done with those. Awesome. So it only took a day. Thought it took longer than that, actually. No problem. We'll go ahead and take them back. So that was our 4th barrel. Actually thinking about maybe buying another one. Now that we got these available to us, we may not need to. But I will look into getting a reservoir tank. So how much does this guy cost? Holy crap! Those are a lot more than I thought. No, okay, so we're gonna be waiting on that. So these are the tanks that you can buy for additional tanks there. Yeah, we're definitely gonna wait on that. We gotta go talk to Eric here. Hey, dude, how come your tanks are so expensive? Can I get a deal on it? If you can make me a deal on it, I might consider buying one. Alright, nice talking to you. Yeah. I don't know why this stuff is so yeah, I think I'll wait on getting another barrel since we did get our barrels back. Got 4 to rotate out, so I think that's pretty decent. What I could do, I still got some taps. Might buy some more tubing at least. Once those trees grow in, we're gonna want to be able to tap those. I don't remember how many taps I got left. Go ahead and buy another one of these 2. These are pretty cheap, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Those are pretty cheap. Don't worry about that. Everything else is pretty expensive. Like this guy. Look at this. 10 grand for that bad boy. Holy mackerel. Ouch. I was thinking if it was like, 500 bucks or so, I might have bought it, but no. Nope. A little too rich for my blood for the time being. Okay. Turn. Oh crap. We're gonna have to put it off the hill there. Oh. It's so hard to get it in 4th gear for some reason. Here's fourth. There we go. So we gotta keep an eye on our barrels, make sure they don't bounce out. We do have the rear view mirror, but I don't like to use that, I guess. I like to keep an eye on them in this way. I haven't seen the bus go around. Is it broke down? I haven't seen the bus going around town. Of course, we've been spending quite a bit of time at the Sugar Shack, so we might have actually seen it. Okay, let's park the truck right over here. Parking brake, shut her off. I don't think we need to buy any more Merple Circle or anything like that. But, gotta go say hi to these guys if nothing else. Top off our fuel can. Where's my fuel can at? Hey now. Hey now. Oh, look at those two. Those two must be drag racing there. Alright, let's top off our fuel can. So we still got... Oh wow, we got it lower than I thought we did. Okay, cool. We definitely need to get that pulled back up. Grab it. Thank you. Put that Primo gas in there. Yeah, baby. I don't think there's anything else we need to buy at the gas station. Should be good to go. That cap on there nice and tight so we don't spill our fuel. It's still pretty expensive. That in the truck. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's go say hi to Jacques and Norman. Hey dude, you know what? I had some bud to sell to you, but I already sold it to the brother. Hope that's okay.
Hey, Yann, fais-tu assez beau quelque peu aujourd'hui? Yes, sir.
Okay.
Merci d'être venu. Bonne
Alright,
journée.
as long as you're good with it, Jacques, I'm good with it too. How about you doing in there, Norman? Yeah, so we're talking about the track there. So we got an underglow kit.
Hit the pace car! Hit the pace car! Hit the pace car! What for?
Yeah, what for? Don't have a pace car though. Otherwise I would. Let's see. We don't need anything, so yep, we can buy another matte torch. We don't need it right now. Just kind of browsing. There's some parts that I would want to get, like a spoiler, I guess, as far as from our good buddy that sells the parts on at the tent. But yeah, that'll be good. So Wednesday we're at. Okay. All right, later, dudes. Heading back over to the house. Where we got our friendship up to now with those guys? So Jacques, we're up to 34. Getting there. Norman, a little bit more. Roger, he's the one that sells the, I remember his doggone name. Yeah, this is the dude with the night meats, because as far as the, Frank, we only got a couple more ticks, I guess, as far as to get him fully friended up. Who? Get in there. Thing always likes ending up in my lap for some reason. Every car is a pace car if you believe, right? I guess so. Okay. Back to this view, keep an eye on our barrels so they don't bounce out. Yeah, no Drake brake on this one. Yeah. But one of the things I like about ATS there, put the brake on there, you got the obnoxious Jake brake. Oh, let's go. This thing's got a mean engine in it. So much better having a steering wheel with this thing here instead of doing it with the keyboard and mouse. I will say. Especially going around Dead Man's Curve here. Oh, look at that car. You know, bounced up onto the pavement there. That's funny. You get your suspension there, chick. There, fella. Barrels don't even seem to be moving, but all it takes is one good bump. One good bump. This is so much nicer with a wheel, though. So much more control out of it. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. Did not have the generator going. I was really hoping to possibly get another reservoir tank, but those are pretty expensive. Those are pretty doggone expensive. Watch the bumps. Those emotes come across really weird. I know those are your own, Evan. There, they come across really weird on the bot. I was like, what in the heck is that emote? Good thing I got the emote wall. Okay, so we got all our barrels back. Let's park this guy. Okay, there. Got some stuff that we need to put in the shack. Hey! Weird, that thing always likes getting in my lap. Okay, we need to take care of our barrels. Doo-doo. Alright, so inside here. We got a little bit we can get out of the reservoir right straight away. So oh, we're full, that's right. Forgot about that. So we can get out of here. Lined up right. Whoop. Turn it. Come on now. Oh, don't be like that. Oh, I already had it open. What the hell? Or they didn't lose any. No, I guess I have one of them. Come on. Come on. Oh, it is filming. Cool. Alright, so you gotta have over the. Alright. Rest of our barrels. Getting dark again already. We're only into Wednesday. Shouldn't say only. Creeps up in. So I'm glad I got some more tubing. So I only had one left on this one. Oh, I only got one left on each one. So I'm definitely glad I got some more. It looks like a full row, but it's not. It's not. Definitely glad I brought. Barrels right there. So we got one over at there that we just sold. So a total of 13 barrels sold at this point. $2,600 every Sunday. 4 barrels to rotate out. Gonna buy another one, but I figured not because I had we're able to retrieve other 3 barrels that we already sold. That was good. Cool. Do. Alright, that one's full. Next. We only got enough in here to fill up one more barrel. Going in. Oh, line it up. Come on. Yep, it's going in. Yeah, so that's something new with the latest update here. It gives you some indication that it is actually pouring out there on top of hovering over the barrel, and you can actually see it going in that way too. You want to get the reservoir empty. You still don't have the generator running. You gotta be careful of that. Get too dark. Yep, no, it's still only got half a tank. I'm not gonna run it at this point because it's already past too cold out, I guess, as far as to pump the Merple Serpal out of the trees. So what we can do is put this in the truck. Another barrel we can sell. So let's get the stuff out. I don't really need to open that anyway. So you got our taps and some tubing. We can tap some of those trees once they get grown in. Nice. Up the stuff we have first though. Oh, you. That there. That there. There you go. Whoa. Or keeps getting. Alright, so let's get the. Okay. Alright, so plenty of tubing and taps. As far as once our trees one that we planted. I think we're good in here for now. Is that full? Yep. Cool. Put that in the truck. 2 more barrels we can sell. So that'll be 15 barrels sold. Goes on its way. Fantastic. Let's see, dude. We got enough time before it gets too dark. I'm gonna go ahead and. I don't want to do that. Yeah,
Let's get ready.
I got those 2 trees that I need to cut into firewood yet. What are we rumbling for? I think once I go up to the house here, I might have a little bit of maple syrup. I'm building up there a little bit. Kind of high. I think I need to water my plants too. How's our plants doing? We got some cannabis. Plant 19%. Let's go water those guys. Ooh. Watering can. Go water our plants. Oh, rumble in your tummy? Yeah. I'm starting to get there myself, actually. I'm kind of feeling maybe some pasta tonight. Pasta might sound pretty good. You know, maybe like some spaghetti. I don't know, it just kind of sounds good. Might do that. Okay, already got one. Get over our cannabis plants. It's getting dark. Boogeyman gonna come out. Alright, cool. Not about the boogeyman, but just like we got those watered. Set this guy down. Alright, cool. We did land straight. Get ourselves a little bit of maple syrup. Oh yeah, wheel's working good. I'll be doing their gargoyle. Wheel's fantastic. So I've only used it on the truck so far, which is a manual. I haven't had any reason to. Yep, I have a little bit of maple syrup. Yeah, I haven't had any reason to use it on the car just yet. But I would assume the fact that it works so nice on the truck, that is a manual transmission, that'll work just pretty good on here too. We don't have any power. Oh, I turned the power. I'm being stingy with the power right now because, as we know, it doesn't really do any good to run the generator, I guess, as far as when it's this late. Can't pump any more maple syrup because it's too cold. So tend to conserve, I guess, a little bit of the power when I do that. How much do we have? Full tank. Cool. I almost feel like I want to run into town. Probably got enough energy here, I guess, as far as to do that. Let's see. I know the last time I said that didn't work out too well. Let's give this a try. Let's give it a try. Where's my flashlight? Oh my goodness, that doesn't work. Why? Alright, turn it on. My lights. Lights, camera, action. Alright, cool. Turn those off. We're gonna try this out in the car now. So that's off. Okay, so it's been kind of tougher for me to find fourth and reverse. Okay, it is in reverse. Sweet. Alright. Go to this view. Oh yeah. We got some nice modifications to the car. Nothing really all that extravagant, but you know, be driving a little bit better. First. Marvelous. Alright, here we go. Take it for a spin. Oh, that second gear is kind of wonky. Yeah, that's not too bad. I like the second to third is not bad. That first to second's kind of wonky. Okay. Pretty interesting. I'm gonna go see if guys that are in the town there. We already. Oh shoot! We already went by the brothers. Okay, he's already in bed, so I guess it doesn't matter. Do. Alright, should be... Yep, there's the road. Sweet. Finding our way. Yeah, that second gear is a little too tall. I don't like that second gear. I don't know if you can adjust that or not. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I am using a wheel. It's much better. I'm just trying to figure out the shifting. Oh. Don't really like that. That first gear is super short. That second gear is like really, really tall. Are these guys standing out here? I think they are. Let's race. Let's do it. Yep, they are out here. Sweet. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's make a deal here. Let's put this in neutral. Someone thumping the tunes here. Hell yeah. Let's do this. Waiting for brother to get out of the shower so we can take my truck to Costco so we can get some summer tires. Oh yeah. That time of year, I guess, huh? Alright, so we gotta talk to this dude. Even though it's kind of cold tonight, nothing to compare how stoned I am. Hey, I'm hearing you, buddy. You have... Oh, you know what? I didn't bring... Shoot, I gotta remember we can sell it to Tony too, I guess, as far as... we got some wrapped up. Got some rolled up here, but I didn't bring them with me. It probably tastes like Russell. You smack talking my Koenig. Yeah. Alright, Tony. Let's see how you are. So, let's race. $50, $200 with Luke. We're gonna go against Michael. Let me give this a try here. Go against, see what we got here. Line it up. This ought to be interesting. This ought to be interesting. Okay, first gear. Alright, here goes nothing. How does this work? Oh, we do? There we go. Uh-oh. Beat me out of the gate. Yeah, he definitely beat me out of the gate. Yeah, he definitely beat me. Okay, so I got some upgrades I need to do. Oh, I lost big time. Hey, I had to try it though. Had to try it. Good racer, Mike. It's good stuff. Had to try it out. Oh, where's first? Yeah, I think it's gonna work out pretty nice. I just need some more upgrades, some turbo and all that good stuff. He's got a really good car. The fact that I was even somewhat able to keep up with him, that's pretty cool. There's the call. Have a great stream. All right, Game Gargoyle. Have some fun shopping for some summer tires. You gotta love that. Definitely that time of year. Appreciate you stopping on in. Yeah, this wheel is definitely going to be very nice, especially when I get some more upgrades to this car. Alright, we're going to head back to the house. I'm starting to get a little tired. That second gear is a little bit too tall, I think, though. Alright, guys. That was fun. We had to try it out, though. I think that's pretty cool. Definitely much better to be able to race, I guess, as far as with steering wheel as opposed to keyboard and mouse. And that first gear is super duper short, but this second gear is really, really tall. I think we do have the option to get an ECU, I guess, as far as yeah, to be able to tune the car. I think that might be our next option, I guess, as far as to buy off of Roger. That might be what we'll have to look into. I think it was like 600 and some bucks to buy that ECU, if I remember right. Yeah, so I had just enough energy to go do one race. That was super duper fun. Yep, there we go. We're getting tired. Alright, we're going to put this back into the garage. Park it nice and neat in here. Sweet. Put it in neutral. Park and brake, shutter off. All that good stuff. The lights off. Alrighty then. Cool, that was fun. And we did lose, but hey, I was sticking with them pretty good, I think. Pretty good. Alright, we definitely need to make sure for Friday here, going into Friday at least anyway, that we sell that. We're gonna have a little bit of oh my goodness. Come on. Nope. Alright, we're gonna have a little bit of snack before we go to bed. Bit of poutine. I know, buddy. We're getting there. You didn't eat it. Eat it. There you go. Good. Door. And let's take a nap. A little snoozy snooze. Ooh, that worked out actually pretty good, actually. Getting one race in before we go to take a nappy nap. Beauty. Alright. Cool. Got some decent rest there, too. All the light. All the meters are down. No anxiety. It's a good day. Alright. So what we need to do... what's on the agenda for today... is to go sell that barrel of Maple Syrup. I think what I will do... I'll go ahead and run the generator. We're only half a tank, so we'll go ahead and run this guy. Nothing else, we get it full again. Okay. Generator was full, so we didn't run it. That's good. Saved a little bit of fuel, I guess, in that regard. What I will do on my way out is drop the gas can off there. We don't need that, so it's full. Alright. So by the time we get back from doing our errands here, this tank should be next to full. That's the hope. We got these 2 barrels to sell. We got 1 barrel that's in... Oh, wait, what happened here? Why'd you fall over? Yep, we got 1 barrel that's empty. Oh, I'm not going to run a fire because you got to babysit it. Not going to do me any good to do that. I like to stick around here just for us to be able to run the fire. Okay, cool. We got plenty of fuel in there. Sweet. Alright. Can you make this turn? Oh, we're in neutral, that's why. That's reverse. Alright, that's fourth gear. Cool. Very nice. Alright, just gotta keep an eye on our barrels so they don't bounce out. What I'm gonna do is stop over to the house here. We're gonna... Oh, goodness. Easy. We're gonna put the gas can, I guess, as far as next to the generator. Let's see, today's Thursday, so Roger's not going to be there until tomorrow. I want to buy an ECU for the car. I think they're only about $600 if I remember right. If I remember right. Park and brake on. Get that fuel can. Leave it right over here. That should be a full can. Perfect. Alright. Nailed it. We'll sell some Maple Syrup. Cool. We'll stop by the brother's house, I guess, as far as to say hello. We only got two more times we got to say hello to him. So we got today and tomorrow. Be good with Frank. I don't know what that gets us, but we'll find out. We will find out. Feels good, man, to be on a good side there with the bro. Alright, we'll say hi to the bro. I just spit in my truck, too. Alright, bro, what's up? Yeah, he's definitely up. So wait, how we doing here, bro? You know what I did forget again? Shoot. You know what? I'm gonna go back to the house. I want to grab our rolled up cannabis there. Yep, I goofed it. Flashlight. Let me, yeah, let me go back to the house. Oh, shoot. Let's need a parking brake off. Would help. It helps. Let's, might have to do a turn around. Nope, that's reverse. So fourth and reverse are kind of close together. What I find. Wings. You got some wing dangs? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have some pasta tonight. And some spaghetti. I don't know, is this sounding good today? Yeah, I'm gonna grab some of our cannabis here. I'm gonna grab probably a couple packs actually. Alrighty then. Jump in the house here real quick. And we're gonna grab 2 packs of. Yep, we'll still have a pack left. Cool. Throw these in here. And sell one to Jacques and possibly to Frank. I did not pay attention as far as how much Frank gave us for one of these. Hopefully I'll be able to get out this time. We got one left though. Good. Alrighty then. Slap that bad boy first. And off we go. Do 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 do. So we lost 50 bucks, I guess, as far as going against Mike there. I guess as far as you know, I did feel like I had a chance. I just feel like he got me good, I guess, as far right out of the gate, right out of the hole. So we gotta improve on that. Obviously, that's about all. Okay, so we want to grab. I got a cannabis here. Sell that to Frank. I want to pay attention this time, I guess, as far as how much he gives us for this. I don't know if he just takes it. Oh, bro. 65 bucks. Yep, just like he does to Jacques. That's pretty cool. I get. Can we say hi over to the bro though? You don't want to say hi to me, or did I already say hi? Oh, you just want me to just sell you the goods and be on my way. Okay. Yeah, here. Did we make? Let me. Yep. We got one more day. Don't know what that gives us, I guess, as far as once we get complete friendship, I guess, with the bro, but find out. Alright, let's go into town. You selling our purple circle? This will be okay, 2 more barrels. We had 13, so this will be 15 barrels at $200 each. That's $3 grand, and we'll be getting every Sunday. Hell yeah! So Sunday's gonna be a nice payday. Sunday's gonna be a nice payday. That's what I'm talking about. The fact that you don't really need to shift the truck, right? Got a car coming around Dead Man's Curve. You don't really need to shift. You can just keep it in 4th gear. I kind of like that. Might seem kind of lazy, but it's actually kind of nice. This transmission is definitely dialed in pretty good that way. Alright, so Roger will be out there tomorrow for Friday. And yeah, we're going to take a look at maybe buying an ECU. Or the Koenig. And I'm on my way, dude. Here. So we'll get $400 for these and another additional $400 every Sunday, which will get us up to $3,000 on Sunday. 15 barrels sold at $200 a pop. Oh, is this gonna stop, dude? Holy crap. Trying to play chicken with me. Alright, cool. Shut her off. I'm gonna get this thing unloaded. Okay. Cute. Alright, let's get them out. One barrel. And we got our other barrel we already sold, already ready to take back. Alright, we'll grab that. I don't know, 4 barrels for right now might be sufficient. That's it. Ooh, another 200 bucks. We're almost to 4 grand. Hell yeah. Okay, we don't need anything else here. We're gonna say well, at least on Eric's good side here. How we doing, bud? What's going on? But we got Eric up to... Oh wow, we got a lot of work to do on Eric. Alright. Maybe once we get him up to good standing there, we'll be able to get a good deal. So we can grab our barrel. Already been emptied. Ooh. Right, let's go head on over to the gas station and say hi to Jacques Norman. Keep all of our appearances up. You know how it goes. You do. Eric wants a discount? No. I should work the other way around there. How are we doing there, Easy? Alright, we're gonna head over to the gas station. Go sell some bud over to Jacques. Get on his good side. Top of that, get some get about 65 bucks for stealing that. We get 65 for each carton of bud that you sell. Pretty nice. I think we'll stock up on some Merple Circle here too. So we'll be closing in on the weekend here. We don't want to run out of that. So let's grab this. Grab it. Kind of killer. Get up. A little bit of bud on the floor, never hurt nobody. Yeah. Hey Jacques, I got something for you. Look at this. Check it out. Yeah, awesome stuff. Glad you like it.
Oh ben, content de te voir. Hey, dis-moi donc, qu'est-ce que c'est fait? Tu mets pas d'ordinaire dans tes reviews, toi?
I like putting the premium stuff in there, so don't change my mind. Just make sure you spray. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're making some pretty good progress. You knew you recognized me. Dude, I'm in here almost every day. How can you not recognize me? Norman, you worry me sometimes. You worry me sometimes. Yeah, thanks for the spray. Yeah, we're doing pretty good progress here, Easy. We're gonna supplement our... I know. No kidding. Fantastic selection here. Yeah, we need to stock up for the weekend. Oh, goodness. Alright, so we'll get about 4 models of that stuff. Thank you very much. I don't think we need anything else, actually. At least for now. Not for now. Stock up on that. So just in case. Oh, crap. Didn't quite make it in there. Plus, it makes good business sense. I guess it gotta stand these guys' good side as first to buy some stuff. You know, a good business relationship. You know, wouldn't be right, I guess, as far as say what's up here without buying some things. So yeah, for tomorrow, Friday, we're going to look into how well get ourselves an ECU for the county. Alright. Alright, we are good to go here. Start her up. Park and brake. Alright. Keep an eye on our barrel. Our duty has been done for the day. Might stop at the post office here and see if we got any goodies in there yet. Let's stop in here. I doubt we probably have anything in here, but just make sure. Just to make sure. Someone left the door open. Nope, nothing today. Nothing today. We'll go ahead and close the door. We'll be nice. Flies from getting in there. Alrighty then. Wrong button. Alright, let's get that in reverse. Oh, parking brake's still on. My bad. Okay. Need to put that on a button too. I don't know if I can do that or not. Would be nice if we could. And off we go. Through Mr. Now Rogers' neighborhood. Yeah. Oh, wonder if this truck run will race us. See if we can get him to race us. Let's go around Dead Man's Curve. I got the lead. Too good for him, I guess. Oh, that's a sign. Oh, that's definitely a sign. Not the first time I knocked that sign down, that's for sure. Not the first time at all. I'm surprised that barrel is not moving at all. I got that much stability in my driving now that I have a steering wheel? I don't know. Maybe? All it takes is one good bump though, that's for sure. Yeehaw, you can drift that thing a little bit. Yeah. Alright, so we do got some groceries to put away. Alright, look. Park it. Turn it off just for a second. Let's get our groceries out of here. So we need to get a little bit of supply of maple syrup and keep it stocked up in the fridge here. We'll put these up in the house. We'll just put them on the ground since they don't want to ever go on the chair for whatever reason. It'll be fine here just for. I do really hope at one of these updates for the game that it gives you the option, I guess, to be able to carry more than one item. That'd be super fantastic. Yeah, you got that. I don't think you were in there, Evan. I guess as far as I get, you got gifted sub by Tough SOB. Firebat stream last night. I was one of them. You were one of them as well. I can't remember who else got one. That was pretty cool. Alright. Ooh. House. I did leave one in the truck. Because, you know, things. Things and stuff. Alright, let's put these on the counter. Oh, crap, it fell off. Did that fall in the cupboard? That does that too. What in the hell? I'll put that. Right, let's put them in the fridge. We'll put them in the fridge. Ah, you dirty, rotten son of a gun. Grab the maple syrup. There we go. Yeah, it'll work. Make it work. Nope. Oh, this one's sticking out. Check it out. Get in there a little bit better. There we go. So we should still have some poutine. Oh yeah. Ooh, we need to water our plants, I think, too. Check on that. Go check on that. Close the door. Let's see how our plants are doing. Need to be watered. Yep, gonna water those guys. Getting dirt. You have the generator running. How much is in here? 4%. Let's fill it up. Top it off. Get a nice old good healthy drink there. Water our plants. And our cannabis. Ooh, look at the cannabis. We got buds. Look at that. Buds are making buds. Alrighty then. Oh, we don't have any buds on our potatoes just yet. In due time. In due time. Okay. Ooh, down at the house here for the moment. Put some lights on the subject. Park and brake. Should have a Merple Circle here somewhere. Or did I? Wait a minute. Yeah, there's one over there. Hiding behind the poutine. Alright, cool. Okay. Just making sure I got one. Park and brakes off. Alright, here we go. I take our barrel back over to the sugar shack. Late Thursday night. Oh. Easy. Easy on the bumps there. Barrel's still in there, that's good. Oh, come on, baby. It's stuck. Got four-wheel drive in this bad boy, so. Alright. Park and brake, shut her off. And we turn the lights. Okay, now. Your barrel. That door. Grab the barrel. That inside. Now we got two barrels. Oh crap, that's upside down. There we go. We got two barrels that are empty. Let's see how our tank did. Our tank probably filled up again, right? Did not. Why didn't our tank not fill? The hell? That's weird. Didn't even fill up at all? I don't think it did. I don't know why, that's weird. So the fact that I had the generator running all that time, it didn't seem to put any more Merple syrup. What's up with that? Definitely not pumping in right now because it's too cold outside. Alright, so we got that all buttoned up. Flip back over to the house and get ourselves some Merple syrup. I'm not going to try and race again because I need to make some more upgrades to the car. I want to have a chance at Michael, at least, anyway. We tried it at least once there, just for to see what we had. Obviously, I need to do some more upgrades so we can keep up with Michael. I'm gonna try. I tried to do it already. Oh, saying. So we got one pack of those left. I lost my train of thought. We do. I'm gonna get some Merple syrup. Got a little bit of Merple syrup. That's good. I don't think we have enough. I think all of our baskets are empty. Yes. So we're waiting for our potatoes to grow. We're gonna actually get some more of those. We'll leave them up over here on the stove here for now. Yep, that'll work. Can't make any more poutine just yet. We still got 4 bowls. Trying to figure if we got enough. We might have to buy a couple or so, I guess, as far as at the cafeteria, at the diner, to make sure we got enough for the weekend, because obviously a lot of those places aren't open. Or not. Try harder? Yeah. Always, right? Trying to think of what else I can do. What else can we do before get ourselves prepared? I don't think there's anything else I can do. So the ECU, get check that out. Pop the hood here. Let's check that out. So Get the ECU. I don't know how that hooks up into here somehow. That's probably going to be the next investment that we're going to make with Roger tomorrow, as far as for Friday. We haven't really made any engine upgrades, I guess, as far as other than the sway bar. You can see that down there, and the differential, the rear differential. The only changes we've really made to the car, other than to paint it, and clean it up a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna start looking at performance parts, you know, like engine parts and stuff like that. I think the ECU would be a good place to start. The only thing is, I don't know where that mounts. I don't know if that mounts right there. Not 100% sure, so I guess we'll have to buy it and where it does mount. I don't know if you got to have a different a different component to be able to put the ECU on. And I'm thinking, let me get a wrench here. We take off. Oh, that's those bolts for that. That doesn't seem to come off, so I'm not sure. Wait, what is that there? What is this? Next to this strut tower. What does that do? Trying to get an idea of where this. Wonder if that's what that is. Is that for the brakes? Let's take the air cleaner. Let's put that in our tray. Oh, you son of a gun! On the tray. Tray. There you go. Yeah. So we'll take the air cleaner off. So there's a nut right there. Is that all that holds that in? Crap. Alright, set that down for a second. This should come out. I think. So, there's another bolt on your. Alright, there's another one. I don't see one other than right there. Take this guy out. Why do you keep going on the ground? Oh no, it did go in there. My bad. Never mind. Okay. I'm off now. What fell on the ground there? Why does this thing come off? Oh, something going on the ground there. Let's see here. We give it creeper. Oh, you're landing on the floor. I don't know. Oh, that's my wrench. Yep, let's grab the wrench. So I took those two bolts off there. I don't know what that should have taken off. Where's my wrench? Oop. Wrench. Yeah, I know. Get to sleep here in a second. That right there. So, we took a couple bolts off here, but I don't know. Alright, so leave that on there for now. We'll get some sleep. Yeah, so we took a couple bolts off here at least anyway. But, I don't think that necessarily... Oh, I know. That's what it was, so we gotta... Wait, does that come off? Give me a... Oh, what is this? Off here. Is this something for the brakes? ABS module. Broken? Whoa, okay, so I guess we need a new one of those. This thing here should come off too. Yes? Maybe? How else is... Yeah, I know, we're gonna get some sleep here in a second. So the ABS module is obviously broken. So I took the bolt off for that air cleaner. Alright, so this obviously needs to be replaced. It's on the bench here for now, so we know. So that might be something else we might have to get from Roger. ABS module. Okay, cool. That up. Alright, let's go get some sleep. Have a little bit of snack before bed. A little bit of snack before we go to bed. Yeah, since we don't have any more potatoes as right now, we'll go ahead and probably buy a couple of poutine packs, I guess, as far as from the diner. I'm going to town tomorrow for Friday. Let's shut this guy off while we're sleeping. Don't need that on anymore. Oh, that gets super dark. Yeah, I know. We're going to bed. I know you're tired. Alright, let's get some sleep. Alrighty then. Why do we sleep? Holy crap, we slept in almost the whole damn day. What's wrong with you? Sleeping so darn late. Alright, now we gotta get going. Because Roger's gonna be out there. Roger Dodger. We got time to waste this day. So we need an ABS module. I guess I'll have to look and see how those ECUs work. I don't know. Maybe they go in the glove box? Is that one of those? I know modern cars gonna go in the glove box here. What is this? That in there. I don't know if that's a thing. I guess we'll have to check that out once we maybe Roger can fill us in a little bit. We at least need a ABS module. This one says it's broken. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna get this guy running. Okay, this is full. Okay. Should be good for the weekend. Back on. I have that thing running so we can fill up the tank with some Merple Circle. We got something to do for the weekend, at least anyway, to process some Merple Circle out of the tank. So, what we're going to do is take the truck into town. Should be able to see Roger at his tent there. We at least need an ABS module, like I said. Then also, possibly looking into getting an ECU. If the price is right, we might actually consider that. Alright. Already in 4th gear. Alright, cool. Here we go. Make the turn. Nope. Not. Alright, that's better. Gotta love it. 4-wheel drive, baby. Ooh. Alright, so we don't need the fuel can or anything like that to fill up. We just need to get over to Roger Dodger. Yourself a ABS module and possibly an ECU. Then in the process there, we'll make good with Frank here, I guess, as far as stop over there. See what we get out of from that. I don't know. Might be kind of interesting to find that out. You know what? I don't got time for that. I'm gonna go into town here because they close. Yeah, the fact that we slept in so damn late, we don't got time for Frank just yet. Want to make it over to Roger so we can get our parts for the weekend. So we're good enough for the weekend. Glad I don't have anything in the back there, otherwise I'd be totally losing it. That's for sure. Oh, Dead Man's Curve. No car this time. This time coming around the curve as we were. It's kind of a 50-50 chance, I guess. Alright, so Roger should be out here, hopefully. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh my goodness. You kidding me? We're stuck? Off the pole, there we go. Alright, fixed it. I think Roger is out there. Good deal. Alright, let's go stop out of him. Oh, stop. Okay, parking brake on. Off. Cool. Alright, let's go say hi to Roger. Roger. Roger, how we doing there, my good man? Well, I need ABS module, so there's the ECU. Yep. Oh, I thought it was about $6. We're definitely going to get that guy. Taking that from you. Cool. And also ABS. Now I don't know if we got to get that at the gas station. Roger, do you have a ABS module? By chance? Maybe? No? Black bolts. Got some colored bolts. Roger, you don't have one of those, I guess, huh? So, spoiler. What do we want for spoiler? I think we're gonna get ourselves a spoiler. Do we want one we can paint, preferably? What about this guy? 310. 8. Which one looks good? Which one y'all like? I like. We might have to come back. I'll think about it. We at least got the ECU. I think we might have to get the ABS module over at. Grab one of those real quick. Get them before they close. Okay. Gonna get up over this thing. Cool. Head on over there real quick before they close. We at least got the ECU. So the spoiler was kind of a spontaneous buy. It would have been. Don't really need to have that. Would it be kind of cool though? Park this guy here. Close on me yet? Make me mad. ABS mod. ABS module. Do we have one here? Yes, we do. Holy crap, that thing's expensive.
Ah, ben t'es bien fin.
You need it though. Thanks, guy. Get it? We'll probably stop over to the cafeteria or the diner. I keep on the cafeteria. Got those two parts for our films. I think we'll wait on the spoiler though. Get all the major parts like that first. Alright guys. Stop over to the diner and we'll get ourselves some poutine. Hop out for the week. Cool. Alright, we got all the parts that we needed. That's good. That was first and foremost. It's pretty expensive though. We got about $300 for ABS module. Wasn't expecting it to be that much, but needed it. Okay, let's get ourselves a couple things of food. What? Might as well just go ahead and buy all these. Buy them right out. Oh yeah. Buy them right out. That way we know we're good for the weekend, because our potatoes are still growing. We do have 3 left, but I don't want to run out either. I only carry one thing at a time. It's so bad. It's so bad. I feel so handicapped because as far as only be able to carry one thing at a time. Alright. Grab it. Alright, cool. Alrighty then, we'll close the door. Flies out. Alrighty then. We are good for the weekend at least anyway. Happy about that. This. And off we go. We got some things to do for the weekend at least anyway. Yeah, I think we're gonna wait on getting anything like the wing or aesthetic things. I mean, it is kind of a performance part. ECU I think was a huge buy. As far as engine performance parts. Oh, must be 6 o'clock. The bells are ringing. For whom the bell tolls, time marches on. For whom the bell tolls. Oh, that's a sign. Okay, hopefully Frank is still out there. He might have gone in for the evening. If he's out, we'll go ahead and say hello. Got a feeling he might have went in for the evening, though. Still out there? Yep, he went in for the evening. Alright, I'll have to get him over the weekend then. We got some goodies though. Work on there. I need to figure out where this ECU goes. Alright. So that. Got some groceries here. A little poutine. We got our ABS module. What in the world? What'd you just do? Excuse me? What that was all about, okay. I think I got stuck in the truck there. Alright, let's get all of our stuff out here. Oh my goodness, I hate when you do that. Not doing that, so you can get out from the passenger side. Tunable. Now I don't know if we need any type of special tool to be able to tune the ECU. That's gonna be find out. Might be more to that than just buying just the ECU. Module. Obviously the one we got is broken. New one. That over there. Alright, let's put our poutine away. Set it here on the step. Leave at least one in the truck. Not even sure which ones are fresh anymore. Almost need to mark them somehow. We should be all stocked up for the weekend though. Alrighty then. Okay. Ooh, easy, easy. That in there, put that in there, that in there, put that in there. Stuff's away. Cool. Got room in here? I think we got some room. Deal. You know what? Put these on the cover. Right on the countertop. Oh, come on now. Don't be getting sassy with me. Stay. Alright. Alright. So we're all stocked up for the weekend. So, let's see how our Merple Circle stock is. Yeah, we're not bad. We got enough to work with. We'll be probably doing some Merple Circle over the weekend here. So, probably first Saturday, we'll clean that and on the car here. Let's see. Let's pop the hood here again. Could have probably just left it up, I guess. But okay. Now, need to figure out how this air cleaner comes off. Not seem to want to come off. So, is there another bolt? Almost feel like there's probably another bolt. Let's see. Get a wrench. Alright, so I don't see another bolt on the air cleaner itself. There. Is that part of it? Don't know what those do. Oh, why do you go on the ground? Oh, I made it in there. Almost looks like it's going on the ground. This guy. Okay, will that take the air cleaner off? Okay, cool. Down. Don't know what those bolts. Come on. Nothing is wanting to come off here. Heck. What is holding that air cleaner on? Alright, let's get underneath here. See what's going on underneath. Anything good we can find here? Any bolts under here we can get? Get our wrench. Had to put it way over here, didn't I? Grab it. There. Alright, let's see. Here we gotta get. So I think the ones I took there, that is for the suspension there. That's not what we wanted to take off. Okay, need to get those back in there. In any other? Oh wait, what's this? So that's for the header. Oh, we don't want that off. I don't see any other bolts or whatever for that air cleaner though. That's kind of weird. How the hell does that come out of there? Can't see. More bolts. Yeah, so those bolts we took out there, that was for the suspension. That was no good. We need to kind of in my way. Gotta be meter. Huh. I think that's for the alternator. Don't really need to mess with that, I don't think. There. Okay. That down. Can't let me smalls. Off of it. Get all that coming. All these bolts they took off here and it doesn't even take that off. Kind of weird. What the hell? A wrench. What is up with that? Was it for the strut? That's pretty obvious. Those other two that I took off, that obviously need to really take that off. I'm kind of confused here. I don't get how that comes off. I don't understand. Gotta put that down. Nothing else is wanting to come off. Weird. Oh, we get some Merple syrup. We'll get some Merple syrup. Hear him grunt. That's pretty funny. Merple syrup it is. Good stuff. Crying out loud. Well, at the door, you dummy. Okay, so back to the car. So how do we take this airbox off? Other bolts need to come off of this. I feel it has something to do with where the ECU's got to go. I could be wrong. Not seeing any other bolts other than for suspension. That's for the header. Don't think I'm gonna take off. So, remember if it's that complicated, I can't. Alright, let's get back on the creep. Let's try this out. So, goodness, might have to take all that off just to get the box off. Maybe. There's a bolt. This is super wonky. And so there's this guy. Oh, come on. Out. Okay. And on the floor. No, I should have probably got the tray, but probably really should. Jack's up on this thing. All these. Okay. Well, that's two so far, so count here. Lose any. Whoops. Okay. Bolts. One more right there. Sure. Oh, this is wonky. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness, that thing's hard to get at. I'm gonna have to put the stands up. Get at that son of a gun. Alright, let's put the wrench down off the trigger. Alright, let's put the stands on it. One. Might be able to get away with just putting it on the front. I think that'll work. Clearance. Come on. So let's take these bolts. Don't lose them. Getting tired already? Crap. Heck, man. Put the bolt in there at least. Yep, I think good. Alright. Oh, I don't want the spray can. Head down. Okay. We should have one more bolt. On the creeper first. The wrench. Okay. Have one more bolt in there. Okay, try from this way. That would be that guy right there. Crap. That thing is super tough to get at even with the stands here. I know. Get this one last bolt. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in the way. I think we got it. Got it. that's a tough. Yeah. Put this aside. And where's the bolt? Bolt. Give me the bolt. Give me the bolt. Let's put this in the tray. Why you put it on the floor? There we go. Alright, so did we get everything off? Oh. Missed a bolt somewhere. Alright, well, we're gonna go in and get some sleep, and then we'll come back at this here and see what's going on with this air box here. Leave that all up there like that. What do we got here in the way of fuel? Top this guy off. We're going to go ahead and shut it off. 7 in the morning. Holy crap, on a Saturday. Let's top this guy off. We'll probably leave that off there during the day. Kind of salvage some fuel here. Alright, get that topped off. That should leave us 32% there. Oh, tighten it down. There you go. Leave that off. Get a little bit of sleep here. Yeah, I know, I know. You're yelling at me. Have a little bit of poutine. A bit of Merpacirple. You're good to go. Okay. Sleep. Yeah, I know. It's hard work, isn't it? I get it. Alrighty then. Slept through most of the day Saturday, but not too long, I guess, as far as to working our way up to Sunday. That payday is going to be about $3 grand. Forward to that. Okay. Alright, what other bolts do we need to get off this thing yet? Wrench. Okay, what other possibly need to take off of this? Get on the okay, nothing up in there. Got our manual transmission already on there. Cool. I don't see any other bolts that we gotta take off that air box. We gotta take all these off on this side. That should be only for this side, though. That'd be kind of weird. Don't get it, man. I don't get it. Nothing else that alternator in that should come off. I don't see any other bolts that we gotta take off. Well, why does this not want to come off? That complicated? Alright, wrench down. Try it again. That does not want to come off. What other bolts are on this dark on thing? Alright, guess we'll just try and take all those bolts off too. I don't remember that being all in one piece, but it's been a while since we had to put that all on. Let's take all this stuff off. Oh, wait a minute, what happened to that screw? Why are you on? Oh my, over the tray. Thank you. Alright. Take all these out. Always looks like it goes on the ground, but I guess it makes it into the tray. Yeah. Got a bolt right there. What is that bolt? Okay. There's a lot to take off just to take the airbox off. What is this bolt? I don't know, we're gonna take it out. Taking all the bolts out. I'm gonna remember where half of these go, probably. That's one for the gearbox. We don't want to take that. Okay. Try this. Come on. Why is none of this stuff coming off? Oh, there it goes. Holy crap, that's the whole motor. We don't want to take the motor. Not bad. Alright. Figure with all those darn bolts we took off there, something gotta give. Okay, where'd all these bolts come from now? Holy mackerel. Where in the hell did all those bolts come from? Heh. So manifold. Crappy. Okay. That might be something else we'll eventually test in, but now... Okay, where'd that airbox go? Where'd all these bolts come from? Holy crap. Did I break the whole motor? My goodness. That was the airbox we were trying to get off there. Apparently that's all one piece. Crap, but that's just the one side. Alright, let's put the side. This, we need to put this guy back on. Where in the hell did all those other bolts come from, though? They're all over the freaking ground. Holy crap. Look at all these bolts. Did those come out of the tray? Holy mackerel, where did all those bolts come from? That's crazy. Okay. I definitely don't remember undoing all these bolts. Guess that's what broke the whole motor. Jeez, alright. There's a hell of a mess out here. I'm gonna have to get that generator running just so we have some light out here. Let's do that. Need to run in here so we can have some light at least. Oh, yeah. Bitch. There we go. Okay. I don't know where all these came from. Kind of just fell out. So I don't know if that why am I in the engine compartment? Doing? What the frick? What are you doing? Let me out. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Yeah, it looks like it undid the transmission for some of the bolts. Why am I stuck in here? Alright, I need to get unstuck. Stuck me. Where does it put me though? Hello? This is not unstuck. Well, put me on top of the house. What the heck? On top of the garage. That's weird. Okay. Now my creeper's stuck under there. Okay. How do we get at that now? You have to take the tire out, probably. This is crazy. That is super. Just to give us some more access here, at least, anyway. the tire off. A lot of good that trade is, huh? This is a lot more work than I figured I was going to need to do. But it looks like in the process of trying to take the airbox off there, I took such things as the transmission apart and all that stuff too. Even though I didn't actually unbolt it, all those bolts seem to came out. Alright, now we should be able to take the tire off. Okay, tire over there for the time being. Now we should be able to get at the creeper. Maybe? Are you kidding me? On there. Stuck. Oh. Yeah, look at that thing just shaking. Transmission and all that stuff is off. Okay. Oh. One. Okay. Oh, here. Now, I'll put these in the tray so we can actually get some of these all put back on there. This will give us a better idea, I guess, as far as what kind of parts we need to get in place. So there's that. Okay. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? In there somewhere. There it is. Alrighty then. So, oh, yeah. Whoop, whoop. Alrighty then. Now, I think a majority of those probably came off the transmission, let alone maybe some engine mounts. So, let's get off at this. Grab our tray. In the tray. There. Put them all in one place. In the tray. In the tray you go. Oh. Man, it is super hard to see that. Be able to pick it up, especially when it's light colored like that. Okay, there we go. Everything is in there. That is all for the tire, so we're good there. Okay. That there. We need to get some things mounted, I think, with the transmission and all that too. Get on the wait a minute. Where's the wrench? That. Creeper. Alright, so let's see if we can get this engine remounted here. That there. Yeah, this is all shaking around in here. I don't know what happened here. Can't get that mounted. I think the whole engine came loose though for some reason. Let's see. Is that just me, or does it seem like the engine's not right? Hold on, yeah, this engine's not in here right. Oh, okay, there we go. Great. What is going on with this engine? In there or is it not in there? Confused. I don't feel that engine is in there the right way. But maybe it is? I guess maybe it is. This doesn't seem like it is. Alright. I guess the engine's good. Okay. Get this, okay. Transmission's back. Where's my wrench? Uh-oh. Where'd my wrench go? Oh, crap. There it is. I ended up going way over there. Come on, wrench. Let me spin this guy around. Bolt up our transmission. Don't know how that came undone, but we'll fix it. Bolts. Why is there no... Oh, there we go. Okay. Somehow this all came undone. Oh, I did not undo all these, but for some reason they all came undone. That was super weird. We'll get that fixed. Not torquing these or anything. Probably should though. I know there's a couple way on the top there that are kind of hard to get it. Did this once before. Come on. There you go. Got the frame in the way there, I guess. And I think there's one more on the transmission. That one's the tough one. It's way on the top here. There we go. Nailed it. Alright, cool. Now we had two that we took out of here that we didn't need to in the first place. Let's grab. Oh, we need some purple circle. Crap. Hold on. That down. Go in the house and get some purple circle. Why we stocked up. Alright, cool. How many of these we got left? Got two? Only got two left? What the hell? Having all my Merple Circle. I guess I was considering we're probably going to process some Merple Circle, which we'll probably do. Actually. Starting to get tired. Okay. Back at it. Got a whole tray of bolts here that we got. So this we need a... What is this? Manifold. Yeah, so there were a couple of bolts that we need to put onto the engine itself. One right there. And another one right underneath it. Man, we got a lot of bolts. Oh, don't do that. Have a bolt. Thank you. Okay, and in there. So I guess that is not where ECU goes, but I guess it gives more access to put the ABS module in. That's cool. Alright, so this manifold, we'll put... Let's put this guy back in. Oh. Okay, so we got... Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? What the... Okay, that's one. Dropped one there on the ground there somewhere. That one's already in there. One. Can't remember how many were in this one here. I want to say there was like 4 of them in this. that was all there was for that. Bank. Nope. That's 3, so maybe there was 6 in there. I think we need one more. Might need to have to access that to the bottom. Alright. Grab yourself a bowl. See here. Do. Super hard to tell where they need to go. There's one. I think that was all we needed. I think that was the last one. So 1, 2, 3. I think that's all of them. That I think. Pretty sure. Oh, nope. Come on now. Off. Well, alright, so I think we got all of those. Let's, see if we can count them all. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top, 5, yeah, and 2 on the bottom. I think that's all that needed. One way I guess we can tell. Have 1, 2, 3 there. This one's only got 3 on it. Counting the number of holes on there. That's still fairly new on that, so we're not gonna give that up. But this manifold we'll probably need. Let's go ahead and get our module, our brand new one. Grab this guy. Put that puppy in. Alright, it's cool, and that just needs a bolt. Alright, so we still haven't quite figured out where the ECU's gotta go. Oh, you can wait. Oh, did we make our money? We did make our money. I missed it. Hey, gummit. I missed that coming up there, so we must have made, 3 grand? And I'm hoping, at least, anyway. So we're up to just under 5,900 bucks. Got what we had. Shoot, how the hell did I miss that? How did I miss that? So we're to Sunday, at least, anyway. And, yeah. Almost up to just under 6 grand. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, I wanted to see exactly how much we did make. We should have been 3,000 bucks. Now I'll have to look at the VOD. That's post fact. Okay. Alright, so we got our new module in. I don't know where this ECU has to go. Well, I almost want to think it goes in the glove box. Could be wrong. Oh, chill out, dude. I think that's the ECU right there. So let me get the wrench. I think that is... I do believe it is. That is the ECU right there. Oh. Tray. No, not on the ground. Get in the tray. Alright, I'll get in the tray. Alright, I think I made it in. Alright, so that's the ECU. Here. Go. There is the ECU. That is not tunable. We'll put this one. Oh, chill out, dude. Yeah, so this is our tunable. Put that guy in. Oh, crap. Hold on. For a second. Oh, come on. Put the darn thing in. Oh, you kidding me? Not where it goes. There we go. Now I just want to bolt it in. Sheesh. Alright, so let's grab our wrench. Grab a wrench and bolt her in. Alright, we got our tunable ECU in. I saw there's some options there for it too. Alright, we'll put this here right by the tires. Yeah. You can just chill there, dude. We'll check out how we can tune that up there, but now we got it in there at least. That's cool. So this is our old part. That over on the old part shelf. Let's put it down here. Alright, so that's all our old parts right there. We'll put this over here as well. Oh. Put them nice and neat out there on the shelf, shall we? Cool. Alright, so there we have it. We have our ECU in there. And we're gonna go in and get some sleep. So we'll go ahead and get some snacky snacks and go to bed. We made some money, so we made it to Sunday. That's cool. Made a little bit of progress on our car too. Brand new tunable ECU as well as a new ABS module. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I know. We're gonna have some a little bit of poutine and some maple syrup. Get some sleepy sleeps. Yeah, one more maple syrup. We're gonna have to stock up on some maple syrup again. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some sleepy sleeps and pull this thing up there. I did not turn off the generator like I normally like to do, so I don't like to use the fuel up. But we're gonna be making our way to Monday, so shouldn't be that too bad a shape. Not in too bad a shape, I don't think. Alright, so let's go ahead and clean up. Yeah, I guess we can leave that running. Well, how much fuel we got? Or not too bad. And we got 32% left in there, so that's cool. How did our car end up over here? Kind of moved there a little bit, I guess. Yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and put our air box back on. There we go. And we'll bolt that all in. Cool. Now that we know where the ECU went, it's in the glove box. Just for case anybody wanted to know. See where all these bolts need. Got at least 3 of them that go in here. I counted. Might be more than that. Got so many bolts, I don't know what happened to okay, where's the rest of these? There is one right there. Keeps lighting up. Wait, did I get it in there? Did it fall? Oh, hell. None of them got anyway. Killing me, Smalls. Fell on the ground somewhere. There's one. I'm gonna have to figure out where all the rest of these bolts go. I know I got most of them in the transmission. Let's see. Probably one right under that. I'm gonna have to get on the creeper probably. Oh, come on. Oh, give me the bolt. Where's that bolt? Get on this. Come on. Come on. Son of a gun, anyway. Where is that stinking bolt? Oh, you're killing me. I'm rolling right over it. Oh, for Christ's sake. Alright, never mind. I guess I keep moving it when I'm rolling over it. Alright, so grab a bolt. Should be at least 1 or 2 left under here yet. Gotta find them. This ought to be fun. I think a C1 needs to go right. That one's already in. Right there, but why won't it light up? Oh, hello. Um. Gotta be one in here somewhere. I know that. Killing me. It's so tough to find where the bolts go on the other side here. All right, let's get off the creeper. Really? All right, so we drop that. Let's put these back in the tray. Man, that is so hard to see. Oh, there we go. In the tray. Put it in there or not. Alright, where's that other, and another bolt. Get away from me here. That was it. I don't know. So I don't know why I got so many bolts left. Gotta figure out where those, need to go. Let's see. Where do these bolts need? So I know there's one that needs to go here. The airbox. Grab one for that. Wait, was that one on the floor? I thought I saw one on. Guess I was seeing things. Right, so we need one in here. Alright. Got a feeling I'm missing one or two, I guess, as far as on that intake. Aside for the air box, at least. Got 3 bolts left. Where in the heck do you go? Lighten up right there. Okay, there's one. Okay, one. I remember these being a little bit tough there, I guess going back a little ways. Remember that. Where do you go? Oh. Right there. More. Okay, we got over, so where does this guy go? Maybe it's on this side. Wait, where? Put that bolt. What the? I got a bolt stuck here in the fender here somehow. Gotta scan around this one here. I don't think we need any here. Got the bolt in there for the module. Or on this side? I think so. Bobby dang. Bolts go. So it must be something. I already got on the other ones on the transmission, I believe. Oh. Oh, that light up. Right. Right. Where was that? Right. Oh, shoot. You see that? Right there. Okay, so that was like an engine mount. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all of them. We had one stuck here in the fender. I don't know where that came. Okay, so let's see. So that was the 2 for the engine mount. Okay. I just don't know where this last go. Gotta love it when you got bolts left over, huh? Gotta love it. Alright, I'm gonna take a look underneath. I think I got all the ones for the transmission, but I'm not 100% sure. Drop that in. On the creeper. Oh, actually, we got it. Alright. Put the bolt on the wrench, and we'll see if we missed any on the transmission. That guy. Okay. I know where this. Somehow that got taken out. Alright. Gotcha. That came off the exhaust there. Okay, cool. Marvelous. There's all our bolts. Cool beans. So I guess that does kind of go on an angle. So when that thing was in an angle like that, I guess I wasn't sure if that was bolted in right. I guess that's the way it sets in there. Good to know. Okay then. Let's put our wrench away. The only thing we got left to do, I guess, is put the tire back on. I guess we could first. Let's put our tire back on. Oh, get back on. Wrench. That is. Wait, is this the center bolt? Yes, the center bolt. That's the big boy. Hello? Not tightening. What is up? What's going on with that? Not tightening. You have to put these in first? Maybe. These in first. It happens. Man, that is super hard to see that. Wait, that I guess is. Tighten these all up first. And see if we can get another one. Really curious to try out that ECU. What's going on with that? Got super quiet out there. I know everybody's probably getting their din-din and whatever. I'm going to be doing that here in this pretty soon here too. Alright, let me tighten that up now. Why won't this let me? Oh, there it goes. It actually made the wrench bigger too. That's pretty cool. Okay, good to go. Now we can put the wrench. Got all of our new parts in now. We got our new ABS module, as well as our tunable ECU. Straight up. Good deal. And we made it to Monday. Or early Monday, but Monday nonetheless. And we made ourselves some money there. I wish I would have seen, I guess, as far as how much we did actually make on the barrels there. It should have been $3 grand. I'll be honest, I didn't really pay attention to what we had in the first place. Really don't know how I missed it. Alright, so back onto the bench. Okay. Oop. Bring that up. No, don't do that. Don't be like that. Okay, cool. Awesome. So yeah, new ECU, new ABS module. We still got some things that we can still get there, but I think we're going to be better off. Let's check this ECU out though. So with this ECU, down. Can't get at it from this way, huh? All right. I guess we got to crouch. That is not what I wanted. Crouch. Tune this guy. So I guess we don't have any turbo or anything yet. So I guess we do need to get a turbo. That's this. Oh my goodness, traction control. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And PSI, we don't really have a turbo just yet. That's probably something else we're going to need to invest into, but we have that control for it at least. ABS intensity, we can probably turn that down. This is pretty neat. Yeah, we'll have to play around with that and see what kind of response we get out of this thing. That's pretty stinking cool, you have to admit. I think that's going to be a solid investment. Sure. Alright. Well, I think that's going to do it for folks. We made it to another Sunday. We are up to 15 barrels of Merple Circle sold. Let's get ourselves saved up. I'm gonna be using my last of my Merple Circles, bro. That's gonna be something else I'm gonna have to buy. Holy mackerel! Yeah, we're using up our last Merple Circle. All right, we're gonna have to stock up on the Merple Circle. All Alright, let's go ahead and boot up the PC. Everything's saved up. Get all our progress saved up. What's up there, Tough SOB? Just getting in time here. Just closing shop. Just getting ready to close up shop. So we're getting the PC loaded up here on the good old gateway. And we're going to get ourselves saved up. Need to find out where the rest of those Easter eggs are at. Alright, so we're all booted up. Let's get ourselves saved up. I guess our anxiety is pretty high. Huh, interesting. Notice that. Alright, let's go ahead and save it. Spend a few hours, I guess, playing some Vitchy games on the PC and get it saved up. That's good. It's good to see you relax. We're going to be relaxing ourselves here in just a few. Once we play a little bit of Vitchy games here on the PC. Right that. Alright, we are saved. 8 o'clock, just before 9 o'clock on a Monday. Cool. So, let's write our progress down here. We're on a Monday. Went a little bit further than we usually do, I guess, as far as on the playthrough here. We usually only go till Sunday. And I missed how much we exactly made, but we should have made $3 grand. At $200 a barrel, 15 barrels sold. Should be what we made on Sunday. And, 2851. And so, yeah, that sounds about right. I think we made ourselves $3 grand. Do the math here real quick. 58.94. 93 is where we're at now on a Monday. Cool. Awesome. Alright, folks. I hope you did enjoy, I guess, as far as the playthrough on this one here. And I'll be looking forward, I guess, to showing you guys some more. There. Is that the bus? We haven't heard the bus go by. There's the bus. Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. No kiddos in it, though. Alright, anyway, folks. That's where I am going to call it good. And hope to see y'all next time. We'll be streaming next on this channel for Farm Friday. Out on the Deuce MS Outhouse server. Continuing the playthrough on No Man's Land. So hopefully we'll see you all then. If not, we got plenty of other streams that we do have in the channel, such as Taco Truckin' Tuesday. Obviously, with been really jonesing on, I guess, as far as Mon Bazou here for WhatEver Wednesdays, and of course, Flying Design Studios Saturday. We get a little bit creative there, I guess, on Saturdays, I guess, as far as getting a little 3D modeling and stuff like that in there. So if any of that does interest you, if you'd like to see more of that, definitely make sure you're hitting the follow button on the channel. You get all the notifications when the streams are live. Also, make sure you're checking out all the social medias. All the socials on there. There's all the links to the Rock Nation Discord. I'm also on the Twitter. And we got our Spline Design Studios Facebook group page that serves as our forums for the website. SplineDesignStudios.com. That is the modding group to which I belong. I've been doing a lot of work with Inner 2003 as of late. But I also do some stuff for Farm Sim. Things like that. Really looking forward to getting in there. So, once again, folks, you all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. I need to find myself some sustenance. Getting a little rumbly tumbly in my belly, so means I'm hungry. We will see you all again real soon. Feel free to stick around for the host at the end of the stream. And we'll see you all again real soon. I hope. At least anyway. Bye for now. Parting is such a spiral.